That is the wrong intro. Katie, you here?
Oh
Yep,
my
that was the wrong
God,
intro.
man.
Whatever.
What's
Whatever.
up, everybody? It's your boy, Kate. I didn't even get my clap
Well-
in. Let's put the clap sound in.
So no, what happened? So what happened was I realized that when I wasn't logged in, so I couldn't do anything. So I don't know how like it was gonna let you play the intro or anything. So I wasn't logged in. So whatever happened. It removed me from it, removed the intro, and I was like, oh, I gotta get the intro back up. And I chose the wrong one.
Well,
whatever. That one had like 5 minutes left. I was like, no, no way.
Oh hell no.
No, we're not doing that. Chat, welcome in.
We gotta play the clip though.
Let's get straight to it.
All right, yeah. Now I'm feeling it. What's good, everybody? What's good? Look, struggle streaming. All right, struggle streaming.
Make sure you guys hit the like button. We have a.
You all right?
Who is? Oh, that's one of them. That's one of them fake. Boy, you know. Hey, you know, it's on site when we see him. I
was about to say that if that's him, hide your wise. All right,
y'all better be careful with them John De La Rose fake, because you might get timed out instantly.
Yeah, hide your wise. You might allegedly, get your ass beat if you're a woman around that guy. So watch out. We don't need that. Allegedly,
allegedly. All the women got to get out the chat because he got the quick fist. He's like,
you don't need to. Oh, it's groomer fist. Oh, this man's always, bro. You ain't got no chill. You ain't got no. What?
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome into New Black Street. It's Friday, February 21st. Remember, it's 2025. We still don't have any flying cars, no bionic arms, no time travel, no nothing at all. Just pronouns. That's what we have. So I hope that you didn't have any high expectations for 2025 because you've been severely disappointed. The Jetsons lied to us. I think Halo lied to us. When does Halo start? Doesn't that start in like?
Nah, that's a little while. We got a little while.
Okay, let's edit that.
Like a 100 and some change. But it's your boy Kada, aka Khalil Too Short, aka the fine Auntie Hunter, aka the pretty feet wrangler.
How you a fine Auntie Hunter and you in a relationship at home getting beat?
Beat? Whoa! Wait a minute.
Story time. This man had to delete his whole Instagram one time because he was at home getting beat.
That's not what happened.
That's
not what happened. This man put my business. Okay, you want to put business?
We don't need the explanation. We don't need the explanation.
No. Because where was you earlier? No. Because I hit up a Trace earlier. He ain't hit me back until 3:45 today, right? Because I'm trying to get the show ready. And he's like, man, a brother can't get no cheeks in peace. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Wait, hey, y'all want to know the skin color of the woman he was with? Look at his shirt. Look at his shirt. He said she looked like 11:59.
I did not say no shit like that.
He said, hey, there was something about them dark skins. You know them girls that look like under the bed. Hey, it's something about them. Man, that's
our guest was back there with us. He heard what I said. That's a lie. that was Anyway, speaking of guests, man, we got a very special guest in the back seat.
In the what? Dog.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
You know what I meant. He's backstage. He's backstage, and he's humbly waiting on us to get our shit together.
It's been 15 minutes, okay? I'm pretty sure he's tired of sitting back there. All right, so y'all already know how it goes down. We have a special clip for everybody that we bring on to the stream. There was a clip that I know y'all love to see that I was going to play, but I was like, you know what? We're not going to do that today. So I just got something different. Just put this together in like 30 seconds. So, yeah, let's introduce our guest. I hope y'all enjoy.
Hell nah. I think we on the wrong side of the town. What? We on the wrong side of the town.
What the hell was that?
I don't know what the hell that was.
I was just going through shit. I was like, I don't know where to put his face on the clips. I'm just going to use this one. And then I was like, that works. So, hey, What is going on, everybody? We got Parris and Lily here, man. Shout out. Hold on. Let me give you the full screen just in case people don't know who you are. So, introduce yourself, let the people know who you are, what you do, and all that good stuff.
So, like you said, I'm Parris, and I guess you would call me a content creator, all about gaming. Been doing it, since 2006, but part of Gamertag Radio, and a part of Kind of Funny. And I just talk about video games and other things in tech that I like. So that's me in simple terms.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome. So, respectfully, you probably gonna need to put on a condom for how much dick riding I'm about to do right now. So,
oh my God.
What does that even mean?
So, hold on. So this is wild. So a couple years ago, ladies and gentlemen, I used to. Well, this is before COVID, so I used to like wake up every day and watch Kind of Funny. Obviously with Blessing and Greg Miller and Parris. And this was back when I was like naive and I thought Xbox was gonna like take over the market. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never been a console warrior because I've had the privilege my life to have access to the other consoles, but like Xbox was my preferred platform. So when Phil Spencer was doing this thing, they was buying up studios, I was cheering for all that shit. And then at some point, I ain't gonna lie, after like blindly subscribing to Game Pass for like 2 years straight and like getting roasted enough online, I was finally like, I gotta get off of it.
So y'all know how it was a few weeks ago when Eric July was on the stream. That's about to be Atreus tonight. You know what I mean?
Hold on, no. You were on your knees that entire stream.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were. Yes, you was. Yes, you was. I just want to say it's crazy going from watching somebody and actually having a conversation with them. That's a surreal experience. And so that's all I was gonna say. Chat for 3 hours straight. No, it was 2 hours. For 2 hours straight, this man Kate was like, "Oh my God, can you come sign my comic book? Can you come sign my shirt?
You're lying.
Chat, am I lying?
Lying ass nigga, because I already got the signed shit back there in the short box, so I don't even need all that. But yeah, man, this is absolutely crazy. Yeah, I used to watch him on a Kind of Funny when I used to have an Xbox. I'm actually going to get another Xbox because I'm glad you're on the stream because I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. It was Crackdown's 17-year anniversary.
Wow. Damn, I guess you're right. Yeah.
I was like, damn, I want to play Crackdown, dog. And then I was like, oh, we got Parris on this Friday. I want to ask, what the?
You know what's funny? That was the first gaming event I ever went to. Was in 2007. It was for Crackdown. I went up to Redmond, up to Xbox to see Crackdown, and it was the Halo 3 beta at the time.
Oh wow, yeah, that's crazy.
Katie, could you see yourself in Crackdown?
Yes.
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself.
I bet you can see yourself all.
Hey, caught me off guard, bro.
All right, so chat, y'all know the rules, man. We read super chats in between the topics. Of course, anything 20 and up, you get first dibs on the conversation and all of that. By the way, Parris, we want to be respectful of your time. When we first invited you on, we were doing it 2 hours. We actually go 3 hours now, but we're only keeping you for 2 unless you want to stay.
Because I can do the 2, but then I got kids, so I gotta make dinner and shit. So
I can do
the 2.
By the way, chat, Parris was actually supposed to be here a couple weeks ago, but then he got an interview with Phil Spencer. You know what I'm saying? And so when Katie told me, Katie kind of told me in like message after message, he said, "Oh yeah, Parris dropped out." I was like, "Fuck!" And he said to go talk to Phil Spencer. I said, "Oh, all right, all right." I would have flaked too, nigga. But
that's crazy.
No. I mean, on the real, just on that subject. Yeah, I mean, we've been talking for a while about coming on, and it's just schedule. Honestly, man, I've been sick this entire year, like since the end of December, just up until now. I'm still sick. Really, I don't know. It was the flu. Then I got like the sinus infection. It's like I still ain't right. But no, man, I didn't want to miss this because I didn't want to keep putting it off. So I'm glad you invited me again.
Which I'm surprised because when you and Khalif Adams had your conversation with Kata weeks ago, I was surprised. I wasn't surprised that they didn't want to talk to me. That's not the surprising part. I was surprised that they thought I was more toxic than this nigga.
You know what? Let's jump into that. Let's kick that off right now because I'm sure there's gonna be some spicy. I'm sure there's gonna be some spicy ass super chats coming through while we do this. But so like when I came on with Khalif and everything, it was a thing of I've seen your tweets, Atreus. I've seen your tweets. You're a spicy tweeter. You talk a lot of shit online. Let's just be honest. I'm a shit talker too. Yeah. But I was like, look, am I coming into something where it's just a whole bunch of we're just trying to do these gotcha moments or whatever, and we're just going to argue for 2 hours? I didn't want to do that. And it was like, I had already talked to you privately. So I'm like, yeah, let's just come on. I hadn't talked to you. Obviously, this is my first time talking to you now. So it wasn't even a thing I had to talk to you before it came on, but it was like, I didn't know. So that's why I even told you then. I was like, no, I'm the one that said that. Khalif was the one that he was like, he didn't care. But I mean, the conversation was fine. I mean, I get it. Not everybody's going to agree on everything. I get, like I told you in the chat, Khalif is my guy. That's one of my best friends. We don't have to agree on everything because we don't. But it is what it is, man. I am down to talk to anybody as long as you come at me respectfully. I'm gonna come at you respectfully. You come at me sideways, then what's the point?
Chat. That's what I told chat. Like, if somebody's willing to have a conversation, then you don't start the conversation off disrespecting. Like, that'd be like,
and that's all.
Yeah, like whatever you did in the past, you got to take accountability for.
Yeah, 100%.
When Kato said, "Yeah, they don't want to talk to you, bro," and I said, "Oh, that's not surprising." Yeah, they think you're toxic. I said, "Wait a minute, nigga. They think I'm more toxic than you." I was like, nah, somebody lying. He probably over there telling them, yeah, Trey's don't fuck with y'all anyway. He said y'all.
But my only thing is, and it was like in the conversation that we had, before, some weeks back, is I don't expect us to agree on everything because we're not. But it was like, I'm not going to disrespect your point of view either. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not going to just discount your point of view on something. So don't just immediately discount mine. Let's have a conversation about it. That's all, because I think I would hope people realize there's a lot of stuff that I see that happen in the world that I don't 100% agree with, but I try to treat people the way I want to be treated when it comes to a lot of that stuff. And that's all it is. But we can agree to disagree. That's not a big deal to me at all.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what you want to get into first, Kato?
First, let's hit some of these super chats. That's a super pause. But let's get some of these. We got the Raging D-Head re-upping his membership for 2 months, saying, how do I make it to white heaven?
You know how you do that, bro. You have to repent.
That's crazy.
For all of your sins, for all of your family sins. Matter of fact, you might have to sacrifice a few family members. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? If you own a whip, you ain't getting in, bro. You ain't getting in.
With the 5 saying no Path of Exile, but New Blackstreet is part of the BET universe. Hey, let's time that man out for 5 minutes.
What the fuck is he talking about?
I think I know what he's talking about. I know
the first part what he's talking about.
Yeah.
BET, y'all know I hate BET. I don't even know why y'all would bring that up in here. God, thank you, Toxic, for the 5, man.
Why do you hate BET?
Because I hate the shows, the movies. I hate the stereotypical how they portray black men as like domestic beaters or game bangers and all that shit.
It ain't just black men. Don't they be airing like
women
baddies
too
and stuff on there?
You said what?
Don't they be airing like baddies and stuff on there?
I don't know. I don't watch BET.
I mean, I don't know. I just
from what I remember. You got Tyler Perry Identity Crisis over there, doing his thing, and I fucking hate Tyler Perry. So shout out to James Up, a member for 2 months, saying, what's up, fellas? Hey, Parris, I have a lot of respect for you coming on the show. I missed last week. Oh, you missed last week, James?
Oh, he missed that 4-hour stream? Don't go back and watch that.
Yeah, don't
go back and watch that. But is that it?
Yeah, that's all we got. Shout out to you guys for the super chats. Y'all already know who you're about to get. You're about to get Shoulders, bro.
You gotta work them shoulders, bro. Hey, by the way, for anybody that think like it's an echo chamber or whatever the case, I know we get a lot of coon comments and stuff like that, but let this be like the record shows, nigga. We are unapologetically black over here. Like it's like it is extremely ghetto over here. Like I don't know what y'all heard.
I don't know how many followers I lost after the
Hypnotic
Super
gonna tell
Bowl.
us. Hypnotic talking about some. I think you guys need to get more organized. Organized. What? Anyway, so what did you want to take it or you want me to take it?
Yo, you can't keep doing this, bro. No.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Do you want me to take the first topic or do you want to take the first topic?
You can have the first topic, but before you do, shout out to a true Aztec warrior, a member for 1 month. Hail everybody. Hail to you, Aztec warrior. No more locked doors. But yeah, go ahead.
Where did that come from?
Every time I see Aztec warrior, I think about next Friday. Every single time.
Okay, so
I'm a real Aztec warrior.
This one was hot off the press from yesterday. I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't get to do a show yesterday. I haven't gotten a chance.
Bro, what is happening?
What was that?
What?
I think a fly just flew in my mouth or something like.
Nah, you must have not brushed your teeth after you got done earlier today. That's what
First
happened.
of all, anyway. Let me go and get you up out of here, man. Anyway, so chat. So yesterday we got some exclusive details coming out about the new Black Panther game that's supposedly happening up at Cliffhanger Games. Oh, my bad. Sorry, Kate. Exposing DMs and all type of stuff. So as y'all, Jesus Christ, do you see these comments, bro?
No, I'm not,
bro. Look what you started.
I'm trying to look at the topic. What you talking about?
Oh, because I just seen this comment, bro.
We can't. No, man. We gotta hit the topics this time, man. Y'all are not gonna derail us.
So anyway, we learned a couple years ago that there was a new Black Panther game coming out, right? On top of that game with him and Captain America. And so
I thought that's what this was.
Nah, this is a standalone.
Nah, that's two separate things. 1943 is the one with Captain America.
Yeah,
right,
that's
okay.
Marvel. What he said. But this is something different. I think this one is being handled by EA, a studio up at EA. And,
it's EA.
Hey, shout out to that boy Black Panther. He out here in the media, man. I remember it was time where normies like me didn't even know who the hell Black Panther was. I'm sorry, chat. I didn't read comments growing up. I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't know. All right, but this new details coming out now. Again, guys, great of salt. I could have bookmarked somebody more reputable, but y'all ever notice on Twitter, like if you open up Twitter and then you see a post and then you like, oh, let me save it really quick, and then it'll refresh and it's gone forever. I had to hurry up and bookmark this before it went away because whatever. So anyway, here are some of the details that's rumored to be in the game. You choose the next Black Panther. That's interesting. Includes characters like T'Challa, M'Baku, Azari, Shuri, Killmonger, plus more. Intends to replicate authentic African martial arts mixed with superhuman strength, ability plus tech. Over the shoulders point of view, thank God. Weapons, armor, and gadgets are unique to each Black Panther. Explore cities, savannas, and more that let you encounter unique cultures plus characters. Story reacts to your choices and actions with unique stories, missions, and dynamics. Nigga, that is a lot more than what I expected. Your reaction. Let's go with Parris first.
This is the first time I'm seeing this, so this sounds very ambitious. I don't believe it. I honestly don't believe it. I don't believe it's going to come down to that, especially with the dynamic choices of unique stories and missions and all that. I don't know. I'm surprised they would have you pick who the Black Panther would be and not just have it be T'Challa. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, on paper, this looks good. I'd love to see it in action, what they're going to do with it, but I'm skeptical.
Kato?
That was what I was going to say. It sounds like, now, if they're able to pull it off, it sounds like a really cool, open world game where you play as Black Panther. I don't know, is this an open world, or is it just a
Yeah.
story
I know,
driven?
open world.
Because it's like if you could do an open world running around Wakanda and shit, and there's like y'all gotta stop derailing me.
Hey man, make sure y'all like the stream, man. Make sure y'all like the stream.
Like if you can run around, like what is it gonna be like AC3 where you could like do the tree parkour and shit like that? How are they gonna have the roads? How are the towns gonna look? I hope they don't do the futuristic / tribal shit that they did in Black Panther, where you have this advanced civilization, but they still have thatched roofs and shit. I hope they don't do that. If they're gonna do like the futuristic Wakanda, I hope they just make it futuristic. That would be cool. But
You're late. We're getting a new Blade game.
Yeah, we are. But I don't know. I mean, it sounds if it's cool, I'll check it out. But it does sound a little.
Check it out anyway. It's Black Panther.
You know what I mean? It's not too true. You ask me, to be honest.
So I ain't gonna lie. Marvel's Avengers was trash. Okay, we can all agree to that.
Oh yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie. That Black Panther gameplay in that mug. Did you play Black Panther in that game?
That was when I had already checked out at that point. So I played a little bit of it. I played a little bit of the Black Panther. I thought it was a little slow.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good. And I never had a problem with the combat in that game. I had a problem with the repetitive enemies, the repetitive missions, and the garbage loop. But if it's anything like that, I got my ears open. You know the film?
That's fine. Ears open is fine.
Okay. Just making sure. You know what I'm saying? Stuff gets weird out here. But and I am
very ambitious.
But but choosing the Black Panther, because if I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn there was another one earlier that I saw where it says not T'Challa. Your abilities and tech depends on which Black Panther you choose. I gotta find that one. I'm gonna take this off the screen really quick and see if I can find it. But there was one that I saw earlier, which makes me, like Parris said, skeptical, because I saw a lot of bigger platforms reporting this, but it's like, wait, so not only are your choices going to matter, but you can choose the Black Panther and your abilities and whatnot change based on who you choose to be the Black Panther.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to make like a class system. You're Black Panther, but there's different classes of Black Panther or something. I don't know. I'd have to see it in action. Now, on paper, I don't like that.
If you're telling me I could choose Eric Killmonger and go and be an ass, I would do that. I'm already being an ass in Avowed. I would do that.
But see, I don't believe they'll let you do that. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm skeptical of it because I'm like, they're really going to let you be Killmonger and be Killmonger in it? It's like, how the hell is that going to play out? So I don't know. We'll see.
You're probably right. I'm coping, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like you huffing that copium for real. That boy is inhaling the fuck out of it. He said, "Oh, this Black Panther game is going to be good. It's not going to be like those other ones. They're going to put on for the culture." You know what I mean? I
didn't say nothing like that. I believe when that game was announced, if I'm not mistaken, that had to be like 2 or 3 years ago. So when that game was announced, I might have been like recently playing that Black Panther DLC in Marvel's Avengers. So I'm projecting. I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be cold. If they just take this combat and just paint it there, that's all they got to do. But lately, man, and then I'm gonna be sick. They come out and they give us them Fortnite graphics again, bro. I might take the big jump. I might jump off. I might find the tallest building in Atlanta and just jump. If I see one more game with them like I before y'all call me a shield, let me turn the comments off. How you turn the comments off?
Nah, go ahead. Let's hear it. Nah, go ahead. Let's hear it.
I was already like, I gave Avowed a pass. You know what I'm saying? Not really. I was complaining about it, but I gave Avowed a pass. You know what I'm saying? And they was trying to, hypnotic, calling me a shield and all that. But I can't give no more passes out for that like that art style. I can't.
That art style.
Marvel Rivals got it, and it's not even really the Fortnite kind of art style.
Marvel Rivals got good art style though.
It is a good art style because it's more. I don't even know how to describe it, but boy, I'm so tired of it. And the thing with Avowed was that what they sold us with that first trailer versus what we got.
Yeah, that's why I'm not interested in it. Plus, I've seen multiple videos, fucking Luke Stevens, Skill Up, a whole Craze Gaming, a whole bunch of other people that I watch on YouTube for like different kind of gameplay for Avowed. I'm just like, it just doesn't appeal to me at all. It looks very
I'm glad we talking about this.
generic looking. I don't really.
You want my 2 cents?
I was
Oh
about
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hypnotic and company was calling me a shill because granted, I haven't gotten to the part of the game where the combat has gotten a chance to become repetitive, or people kept scaring me with this idea we was gonna be fighting a lot of bears and stuff like that. I was like, oh man, but like what I played so far seems fine to me. It ain't amazing, but then I heard you give it a 9.5, and I was like,
gotta ask about that 9.5.
Yes, I gave it. Yes,
gotta ask about that 9.5.
And I will give you my response. So yeah, I mean, I gave it a 9.5 because I played it in a vacuum. I don't know what anybody thought of the game. So when I said that, I had no idea what anyone else was going to score it, right? But yeah, I mean, at this point, God, I probably have 70 something hours in the game. And at the time when I said that, I think I had about 52 or so. I love it. I love it for what it is. And I think my expectations, like you said, what we saw in 2020 is not what this game ultimately became, right? So I already knew that. So I didn't have that expectation of like, well, damn, that's what you showed in 2020. This ain't the same. And as a result, I played it as an Obsidian game. Like, I'm a huge Obsidian fan. I've talked about this a million times. So people mad at me online, Google me, pull the receipts, because I've been talking about this shit for years. That I love Obsidian games. Fallout New Vegas is one of my favorite games of all time, right? I like the Outer Worlds as an example. I'll take you back to Alpha Protocol, shit like that. For what Avowed is, I really enjoy the combat. I don't know how long or far you're in or what zone you're in, but once you start getting into that second and third zone playing, the combat ramps up big time. Combat is really good, and you are rewarded for exploring. Like, you could rush through that game in probably 20 hours if you wanted to, but if you take your time, that's why I kept saying in review, I'm like, look, take your time. If you take your time, you're going to be rewarded for it, because you're going to find a lot of shit that they're not going to hold your hand for. Like I said, the combat gets really hard. You'll have to use various type of weapons, all the spells, things like that. I had a blast with it. There's a big twist that happens later in the game that you have to make a hard choice. Enjoyed that.
Oh, that happened. That happened already for me.
Oh no, there's another one. Trust me.
So one of the things, so I was criticizing. So we fresh off of Veilguard, right?
Yeah, I didn't like Veilguard.
Getting through that game was a slug, but we completed it.
Yeah,
y'all roast me in the chat. We completed it, and I was really upset about
better than me,
because you're a fake gamer. Anyway,
I am not wasting my time playing garbage. All right, I couldn't do it.
Okay, so I was complaining about the lack of dialogue options and the effect that you have on the game. So I was complaining about Avowed as well. So there's a point in the game where the refugees, you remember the refugees in the beginning, the couple that
and then you have to go to the ones and you can make a deal with them, right? So
I was complaining. This is why you got to play the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I
was complaining because when we was talking to them, me and chat, I was like, man, they just said, like, I was actually on the couple side. Like, you come at my wife with a knife. I was on their side, but we didn't have an option to kind of like turn on them. It was like, help him or nothing. So like, I'm following the mission, but I'm complaining the whole way. I was like, I don't know, chat. Like, the dialogue, I thought the dialogue was gonna be great. We didn't get no good dialogue options. I don't know, y'all. And then how it's a point A and a point B. I don't know why I went to point B first. I get right at the door, right before I press the button where it says open the door. I happen to glance up at the top left of the screen, and it says, something about helping the refugees, and then at B it said turn them in to whatever the lady's name is. I was like, oh, it's not a dialogue option because they didn't want you to tell them that you was gonna turn them in. So I was about to turn around and go to point A because, like I said, I'm on the couple side. But chat was like, nah, turn their ass in. I'm like, chat, don't make me do this. And they voted, and they made me turn them in. I felt bad because my companion scolded the hell out of me for it. It was like, in layman's terms, my companions was like, well, you're a really bitch ass nigga for that, right? That's pretty much what they said to me. They both looked at me and was like, yeah, you a bitch for that. I was like, well, we got paid. We got paid. So there are some dialogue options. That's what's keeping me in the game right now. With a game like this, combat shouldn't be the number one thing. It should be fun, The game shouldn't be tedious to play. But when you're playing a role-playing game, it's called role-playing game, not action.
Oh, I agree. Mm-hmm.
Right. So I should be able to play the role I want to play. And that's ultimately what killed me with Veilguard. It was like, you're going to be a therapist and you're going to like it. You know what I'm saying? With all these characters complaining and stuff like that. And you don't have the option to tell them to fuck off or none of that. With Avowed, you walk in and characters react to you immediately. Like you come in and somebody start talking off, at the side of their neck. You're like, who you talking to? And they're like, okay. Or you can come in, you be nice. But that's what got me. I haven't gotten to the point where it's janky yet. Hypnotic talked about it being buggy or janky or whatever the case may be.
I saw Luke talk about that. I know Luke, and I'm like, I didn't have that issue. I played it on Steam and I played it on Xbox. I mean, some very minor stuff, but I mean, it was fine. So, but then he was like, said he had all kind of issues, and I've seen some other people say the same thing. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't run into that yet. Only thing I might complain about is the frame rate. I'm playing on PC, 4070 Ti Super. So I don't, I don't have the most souped up computer. As a matter of fact, I barely know how to work it. That's
the goddamn fucking truth, bro.
Well, at least some. You know what? Fuck this nigga, Katie. He's not helpful for nothing. When I told y'all, when I had a problem, when I replaced my graphics card and my PC wouldn't come on, and I asked him, hey, what you think this is? You know what this man told me? It's probably something to do with the power. Like,
I said, no, when I said that, and then I said, did you make sure that you put the right power cable in the right slot on the motherboard? That's what I said. And you said, yeah, man, I did. And then you came back.
That wasn't the problem. That wasn't the issue. That wasn't the issue. The issue was the actual power switch wasn't plugged into the right spot. The switch to turn the PC on wasn't plugged in all the way. Oh, matter of fact, it wasn't plugged in at all. I must have said, don't know what that is, and just left.
So I'm still right. I gotta see. So I'm glad you brought that up, talking about the NPC choice. So I saw this clip or this video. I think it was yesterday. They were doing a comparison between this game and Skyrim, which I feel like it is a valid comparison to make. I mean, they're kind of in the veil of the same kind of game, but they're not the same game.
Yeah, it's not. They're not the same game.
But this is what I had. This is what really like stood out to me was the NPC interactions, right? So I saw multiple clips of this. It was like the NPCs don't move when you go into the town. They don't move. They don't really interact with you. You can walk around. You could steal something right in front of somebody's face, and they really won't do anything. Like, look, he's flaming them up. Nothing happens.
I mean, but I do get roasted running through the city, though. Or not necessarily roasted. They do. I mean, they talk to you. They'll say something like, I remember one guy walked by. He was like, hey, you're supposed to verify who you are before going in. He's like, oh, fuck it. Or something like that. I remember that distinctly. I was like, did you just ask me for permission to come in here? Like, I'm not asking for permission. I'm just going to walk in here. But I mean, other than that, and then I did see one. Now, I will say this. This is one. I saw two of the same NPCs. Maybe they're the same character. I don't know. There's a black woman in there with like poofy hair. And you get a side mission from her. And then later you go to a different area. And I thought it was the same exact character. But
yeah, they reuse a lot of the NPC assets for sure. That was probably my main critique.
Yeah, I don't got a problem with that at all. I got a problem with this. Like, this turns me off completely. I'm like, oh, well, it seems like the world isn't really as reactive as they was trying to say it was. And maybe I'm just spoiled from other RPGs.
No, and you very well could be. But I'll say this on that because, and that's valid because I don't think this game is going to be for everyone, right? Because of the style of RPG that it is. And look, I know some people online gave me shit and pulled old clips where I said, what I say, Path of Exile instead of Pillars of Eternity. Because I thought I didn't know. And if they wouldn't have clipped it when they did, they would have seen me then talk to Carrie Patel and tell them myself. I said, I didn't know what the hell this was. I'm new to this universe. From what I understand, in Pillars, you don't do any of that stuff anyway. So it's standard to that universe's RPG, right? And to your point, of course, you got Skyrim, The Witcher, stuff like that has NPCs that are walking around that are more dynamic, that you interact with more. But this game didn't. I personally was okay with it. It didn't bother me, because there's other games in the past. Like I originally not that it's a 1-for-1, but when I started playing it, I thought of Oblivion that came out in 06, or like Morrowind. It kind of reminded me of that, but a different universe. And I think the combat's a lot better in it.
HD, you getting timed out.
Uh-oh.
You getting timed out.
Like, yeah, they don't even know what a computer is. I forgot that.
I can't believe you said that bullshit, boy.
So I guess my rebuttal to all of that would be, I've played like Elder Scrolls, Oblivion, Morrowind, fucking Fallout, and all these other different RPGs. I just got done playing Cyberpunk 2077. I know that's a completely different genre.
Oh yeah, that's gonna spoil you for sure.
But it's like I've been and BG3, of course. It's like I've been playing like such high quality like RPGs and shit like that. Is when I look at this, I remember when I got
pushback
in 2011. Hold on. I remember though when I played Skyrim, even vanilla Skyrim in 2011. I'm like, oh, this is fucking awesome. I could, if I don't like this dude, I could just pull out my damn my flame spell and just cook them. And in this game, it's like you can't do stuff like that. And to me, at least, that's just like a deal breaker for me with an RPG based off of. I'm still going off of like the first impressions of when they first showed this back in 2020, and then when they recently started showing new trailers, I'm like, oh, this looks like a completely different game than what I was sold back in the day. So I'm not really with it. And then watching all the other gameplay I've seen and how, they're saying the combat's repetitive. I can't really attest to that. But
that
this right here really,
I definitely disagree on that. Yeah.
This right here, like where the NPCs don't do anything, that just really like just turned me off completely. Where I'm like, yeah, I'm good on that.
And to that point, if you're in the towns or whatever, the NPCs aren't going to be moving around. Take your ass out into the open zone world where the enemies are. Trust me, they'll be moving around a lot.
I ain't gonna lie. A lot of these RPGs don't be a little bit too detailed for me. I mean, like you brought up Cyberpunk, right? Mm-hmm. Cyberpunk is not. They're not treating me right. I made a decision in the game that decision where you go in there and you trying to get the robot from the little bot from the dude. I decided to go in there guns blazing. I said, fuck it, I ain't taking no shit from nobody. I killed them all.
Oh,
I can't go nowhere in this game now, bro. I can't.
Yeah, you fucked up. Yeah, you fucked up. I know exactly what you're talking about. The dudes with the 3 eyes and shit. Yeah.
I can't do nothing, bro. I can't go get a haircut. I can't get no food. Everywhere I go, they pull up. All smoke, no talking, no nothing. I can't do
that's
nothing.
bad.
I can't complete a mission.
Play Phantom of Liberty and then do that decision and then come back to me. You want to talk about making a fucked up decision?
I haven't uninstalled the game, but man, bro, I'm like, I one day I was in here playing. I was like, remember that video of that kid losing in Fortnite? I was in here mad as fuck because I'm trying to do a side mission, and they pull up on me every time without fail. Like, oh, you thought we was gonna let that go? I'm like, bro, come on, y'all couldn't dial this shit back a little bit, like, golly. But yeah, though, I feel you though. I understand. So we got super chats or what?
I thought Parris was gonna say something else on it, on the Avowed thing.
I mean that y'all pretty much nailed it on that. What I was gonna say is I get the divisive opinions on it. Like I see a lot of people that love it. I see a lot of people that don't like it. Like you brought up Skill Up as an example. Ralph's my guy. He does not like the game at all. And I respect his opinion and his reasons for not liking it. But I think for me, it was things where I was like, that didn't bother me. I was okay with it. But then I could take you to Indiana Jones. When that came out, I didn't like it. And people was cooking me for not liking it. But then you have, this is game of the year. It's the greatest thing. I'm like, the AI is dumb as shit. I go, why is this dumb? I don't like this. You know what I mean? So again, it's video games, man. It's just varied opinions on stuff.
I refuse to review games. I played 300 hours of Anthem, y'all. So
yeah, absolute
moron. You want to hear a story? You want to hear a story about that? So I was hardcore into Destiny, like during the 2010s, right? Like, I mean, I'm talking
I was
thousands of hours in it, right? So they had brought me and some other creators in, BioWare did, to basically play test and preview Anthem before it came out. Like we went up to BioWare, up to Edmonton, we'd play it for hours. We'd have these Q&A sessions with the devs and all that. And I'm telling you, to a man, we all said, do not put this game out. It is not ready. Everybody's going to compare this to Destiny. You ain't doing this, and this. And everybody's going to go, why aren't you doing this? You should do it. Like, we told them, don't put it out. Put that shit out anyways. And here we are. You know, that's a case of, that's a case of these companies have mandates. They're not, even though they bring you in and you tell them it ain't ready, they still put it out. Like you bring up Cyberpunk. Like I'm literally sitting in the chair, everybody let her give me shit about, because 2020, you know, I hosted the launch event for it. And I played like a early preview, like that first zone where you tried to go guns blazing, right? That was all I played. I was like, the game's gonna be fine. It'll be all right. Hell no, that shit came out technical mess. It literally took them about 2 more years to finally get it to where it needed to get. Like when Edge Runners came out, when they updated it for Edge Runners, then Cyberpunk was in a good place. Yeah. You don't know these devs. They it's about money, man. They put these games out before it's ready, and CD Projekt Red obviously was able to weather it and fix it, whereas BioWare, I mean, they had to cancel Anthem, and Anthem had a lot of potential too. It really did.
It's a shame because it seemed like Cyberpunk is probably one of the greatest games of all time.
It's one of the greatest RPGs I ever played. It's one of the greatest games I've ever played.
It's going to be one of those games that doesn't get the respect it deserves because of the way it launched.
Because of how it launched in 2020. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to your point, if Phantom Liberty, if it came out the way Phantom Liberty was, we'd be talking about it as one of the greatest games of all time. Easily.
I'll say this though. You stood on your 9.5.
Oh yeah.
You stand on your 9.5. I don't necessarily agree with it, but at least it wasn't a damn 7. At least it wasn't a 7.
I mean, I look at it this way. This is how I look at that, right? Because again, I know there's certain people that like to give me shit. Oh, you're bought and sold because you gave it a 9.5 and they gave you a mask. It's like, it's freaking silly. But wouldn't you rather someone be excited about a game than to constantly just shit on a game? I mean, I would rather say, hey, I think this game is good versus, yep, this sucks because of X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. Like, look, obviously, if it deserves it, it deserves it. But Avowed's not a bad game. I mean, you may not agree it's a 9.5, but it's a good game. It's worth your time to play. I will absolutely stand on that.
To answer your question about, of course, I want to hear that the game I've been looking forward to is good. And I said that when the whole pronoun debacle came out about Avowed. I have been looking forward to Avowed since the day it was announced. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even like a first person RPG type person like that. So when the whole pronouns thing came out, I was like, God damn, here we go.
And I got caught up in that shit too, because I went to the studio and I interviewed all the people from the dev team, and the art director Matt said what he said online, and I didn't agree with it because you shouldn't have said that shit online. But then it got spun into the pronoun thing. Everybody's talking about the pronoun thing. And honestly, I remember seeing it when I previewed it. And I didn't even think anything of it. I was like, okay. And I just created my character and went on. I honestly think that got blown out of proportion. But the stuff that he said did not help, because that just added fuel to the fire.
He made it worse.
Yeah.
He made it worse. What he was like pretty much antagonizing. I don't like going like, I made this to spite Elon Musk, and if you think this is bad, wait till you see when he said wait till you see the default, that's when I went, so you're saying I don't have the choice to not put that in my character or not? Well then fuck you, because and most people went like, okay, that's how
you turn it off, because I heard that you can turn it off.
I heard you could turn it off too. I don't know.
I mean, like for me,
now I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember. Because I created a female character. I didn't even think about it.
Like I said, everyone, you only knew about it, and that's my whole thing. Because, and I want to be consistent. I've said this from the jump. It's not about you put in the game. You put whatever you want in your game, but when you advertise it and you're virtue signaling, like, guess what, guys, we got pronouns in the game. They never did that. We only found out about it because somebody previewed the game, and then we saw it through a screenshot of their gameplay. So that's why I wasn't trying to make a big deal about it. Now, I told my audience, I said, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm gonna still play Avowed. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might be roasting me in the comments. And I got roasted. It is what it is. I ain't put on that clown fit though. I put it on for Dustborn. I ain't put it on for Avowed. Y'all not getting me with that again.
You still got to finish that game too. We ain't forget.
I'm not finishing that game, bro. I've already told you that.
My only thing, and I said it at the time, when all that went down back in November, whenever it was, that devs have to remember, you can have your personal opinion about stuff, right? But you're representing not only yourself, but the hundreds of people that help make that game at the same time. So I get it. You want to have your own opinions, and no one's saying you can't have that, but you're kind of putting yourself in a public sphere with that. You're representing not only the game, but you're representing the company at the same time. So when you say stuff like that, you're putting the game at risk when it comes to that, right? You're putting people's livelihoods at risk when it comes to stuff like that. So I don't know, man. I like I said, I didn't agree with it at the time that he was going after Elon and being defiant about it online. Because look, I'll tell you this. I've met him in person. I've talked to him. He's a good dude. He really is, honestly. But, personal opinions like that, when you're representing something more than yourself, you got to be mindful of that, man, because your words are going to matter.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people are better people offline than they are online, and that's on all sides. I even told, like, you can ask Katie. It took him a while to convince me to do this show, because I like stuff more in person, because I feel like
that's me.
Yeah, like I feel like tones start to get a little bit more level in person, and it's a lot less audacity in person. But I like this controlled environment. But we have to be accountable for the things that we say online.
100%. I'm gonna say this real quick too, because I've in the past year or so got a reputation that I'm a freaking bully, because I told the story about there was another creator that was saying, he kept saying some crazy shit about me online, and we just so happened to be at the same event. So I approached him in person and we had a conversation, right? And it wasn't like, oh, I'm trying to fight you or beat you up, but people took it like, oh, you tried to bully him. I was like, no, to exactly what you're saying. If you're going to talk crazy to me online, talk crazy to me in person. That's all I'm saying. Just treat me the same way you would treat me as if I was sitting in front of you. That's all I would ever say to that.
Parris ain't no little nigga either.
It is even about that. Like, I'm trying to act like, oh, I'm this big dude that's gonna whoop your ass or something like that. I
don't like that. See, my whole thing is, if I'm gonna talk crazy, and again, we got to be accountable. So I'm well aware I did make a thumbnail with the clown hair. Somebody else made the thumbnail. I just stole it. Somebody made the because Parris, because I remember I posted the video on Twitter, and some dude was like, "Hey, this is my thumbnail." I was like, "Oh, damn, for real?" I just took it from Twitter, and it was Parris with like he edited the clown hair on him, and it was because Parris had a bad take. And then
I saw it.
And so, like, if Parris was to approach me in real life and be like, "Hey, so what's up with that thumbnail?" God damn, hold on, this motherfucker. God damn, my bad. I'm sorry. God damn, but it's like you're gonna have to and like to try to spin it like, oh, he was trying to bully. Like, nah, he was trying to handle business, like, because
my thing on that, because it's funny you bring that up. I wasn't even gonna bring that up. You bring up that I saw it. I laugh at shit like that. Stuff like that don't bother me. It's like, whatever. I look at it this way, and this is what I think a lot of other creators need to understand. The second you turn on that camera, the second you hit record on something, you are putting yourself out to the public. So, bro, I get criticized every goddamn day, every day. But I am adult enough and I'm thick-skinned enough to understand. I know who I am. I know what my opinions are. I don't stress that stuff with, oh, you sold out, you did this, or you're that, or you the blackest motherfucker on the planet. I like, whatever. I don't care. My only thing is, if you want to talk crazy to me like that in person, please do it. Don't backtrack on the stuff that you're saying. Yeah. Say, I made that clown emoji because you had a take about Black Panther that I disagreed with and I thought it was dumb. And then we'd have a conversation about it and we'd move on. My only thing is, I see people, and I'm gonna take myself out of this for a second, but I see people go after some people, and we talked about this when I was on the last time. Go after people and make that shit personal. That's what I don't agree with. Don't make it personal, man. It's like, you can critique the opinion someone has or the perspective that you have on someone. I'm for that all freaking day. Don't make it personal. Don't bring wives and kids and all this other stuff into it. Bro, I see some crazy shit online with that, where people were like, damn well you would not say that to that person. Like, you would not make it personal if y'all were standing across from each other. So don't do it online either. I think people take that stuff too far. That's my only thing with that. But as far as the criticism go, trust me, I say dumb shit all the time. So I'm perfectly fine getting criticized, because if anything, I'll look at the criticism. If it's valid, I learn from it and I don't do it again. You know, that's the whole point of criticism. So, you know, it's fine.
Sometimes, and I'll leave it at that. We'll get into the super chats, guys. Sometimes when it comes to criticism, you gotta pause. It's easy on the internet to just respond right away. But like I let stuff marinate because I don't post the videos. So I was in here getting cooked. I'm looking at the comments like, damn, I'm getting. And if you respond right away, like I made a video about John De La Rose. He's a grifter. It is what it is. Niggas was unsubbing. Like I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's friendly fire. I don't give a damn what it is. I don't give a damn what it is. That nigga is a grifter. In the true sense of the word. I know I go by Griff God on Twitter and all of that stuff. Like I'm trolling. He is actually a grifter. But we ain't gonna get into the John. We ain't gonna get into the John.
Let's not get into John Della backhole, man. I really don't want to. I really don't want to talk
let's
about
not get into it and then call him John Della backhole.
I'm sorry, because there's certain individuals where it's like if I gotta slap you. Like it's certain individuals was like, yeah, I gotta slap the shit out of you when I see you because he's one of those dudes. I don't like him. He'll sit here and lie straight to your face and then be like, no, I didn't say. I can't stand that dude.
I don't. To what he did to Leon, bro.
Yeah, that's why. That's why.
That's the only reason why I'll accept. You know what I'm saying? You putting violent comments in our stream, trying to get us booted off of YouTube. That's the only reason I'm gonna accept that.
And I said it. I said in Minecraft though. In Minecraft.
No,
I said if I see him in a Minecraft server, I had to get my iron pickaxe, and beat his ass with it. Yeah. In Minecraft.
You are sweet. You are sweet for playing that damn game. Anyway, chat. Let's get
Minecraft's one of the greatest games ever. All right, I will not take any.
I just refuse to believe it.
I will not take any Minecraft slander in here. Okay, Minecraft is fucking amazing. It's one of those OG games. I love it. I had it on my 360 back in the day.
Okay,
yeah.
Who did we leave off on?
I got it right here. It got Trilly C with the 5 saying the only thing I want from this game is to stop giving all the black characters that Killmonger haircut. Yes, please. Thank God. Thank you, Trilly C. I hate that haircut.
Didn't do it though. Avowed. I gotta go ahead and play it. Go ahead and install it. They didn't put it in the game.
Yeah, I'm not playing that.
Just put it backwards.
Yeah, no, I'm not playing that. I'm not playing that game, dude. I have no interest in that shit, bro.
Okay.
No. Shout out to the Gazalorian who became a member all on his own. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to Jenna Hayes as well for 5 saying wasn't Parris in the movie Green Mile trying to bring gaming back to life.
Okay, boss. I got you.
That's crazy. Shout out to the Ranger D for 5. When the Black Panther game comes out, the SJWs are gonna block the entrances to GameStop, telling white people this game isn't for you. Yo, that's he might be over exaggerating, but he's not. Because I remember
when Wakanda
when Black Panther came out, they were doing that. I remember that.
Bro, listen, white people, close your ears, nigga. If your money's green, bring it, okay? Y'all, like I don't understand. Like we can't get out of our own way. I tell this to black people all the time. You start a business, right? It's made by black people for black people. Cool. What you gonna do if a bunch of rich Irishmen start coming in your restaurant? You gonna put up a sign say buy black? No, nigga, bring me money. That's what we need. You paying a bunch of black people? Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. Like just now, if you come in and you start, causing a problem, that's different. But we gotta stop getting in our own way. Because when she did that, like. A lot of people think it was minuscule, but there was a lot of folks that were saying they wasn't going to see that movie just because of that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, like, why would you? And then they made it go viral too. Like, why would you share that? Like, don't share that. My boy Ryan Coogler trying to get his coins. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. Please
shout out to Niggin 86. I know it's Nissan, but you're going by Niggin. It's Nissan 86 for the 10 saying all hail our Gooner General Parris. Wait, Parris be gooning? Where'd this come from?
He talking about I don't know if you know. Oh no, is Alex. He's a YouTuber. I'll be in his chat sometime. He got like the goon gang or something. They call me the general or the goon gang.
Oh Jesus Christ! This man is married. This man is married, nigga. Come on, man.
Alex chat is wild. I've been in a couple of streams. This is wild. Predictions for games journalism in 5 years. You prepping for an independent streaming run like Destin? Can you confirm Alex wig or no wig?
So first of all, Alex is definitely wearing a wig. Don't let him fool you. To the point about games journalism, here's another misconception about me. I am not a journalist. I have never pretended to be a journalist. Hey, I'm just a black dude with a full-time job that like to talk about video games. That's literally it. To his point about 5 years from now, it's going to be rough, man. That's why you saw people like Destin go independent and get out while they can, because the engagement numbers, all that is just, it's not going to last.
He can do it on his own, though. I like Destin.
He can. He good dude. But that you're going to see more and more of that.
I said that a while ago.
Yeah. But to the point of what he's asking, I think you're going to see a lot more of these people leave the IGNs and the game spots of the world and start going independent, because that's where the viewership is. That's where the engagement is. I mean, honestly, that's where the trust is, because I see it. And trust me, I got people that are friends that are IGN and other people. They're good people, but I understand why they're not being trusted anymore, because you just see too much nonsense. You see too many sensational headlines and, clickbait stuff that goes out there, that it makes it hard for you to, can I believe what I'm seeing in front of the screen right now that's coming from this publication? That's just real.
On the clickbait headlines,
sometimes I gotta do a little clickbait, title for my
clickbait.
No, but you know what I'm saying, though, and I can't think of a specific example right now, but go for it. Yeah,
Dragon Age of Veilguard, where they gave it a 9. When they gave DragonAge of Veilguard a 9, and everybody who saw the game. But no, I'm saying that's why people won't trust the publications like the IGNs and the GameSpot.
Well, I think, but that's what I was saying before.
That high,
reviews are subjective. I agree it's 9? No, I don't. I did not like that game. But I'm talking about stuff where they're running with the story and they're not properly vetting it, and then they got to retract it later. Oh, noops, my bad. That's incorrect. But then the damage is already done because no one reads the retraction. Everyone goes with the first thing that you're doing. That's my thing that I see with a lot of journalism lately, is they're not putting in the proper work to vet the stories that they have so that you can believe the stuff that you're seeing. The review stuff, that's subjective. Some people are going to like stuff, but some people don't. That part doesn't bother me. It's more of the sensational headlines that I see from some of it that just don't make sense, or they do like an investigative report and then you find out everything they were talking about. Oh, well, it wasn't exactly true that way. It was actually this, it's like, really, come on, guys, you could do better than that. So, and it's not everybody. I'm obviously speaking about the people. It's the few that ruin it for the many is the point that I'm trying to make. Because there's a lot of good people that work at these organizations. I know them personally, but then you have the outliers. Like, what's the dude that was plagiarizing? He was plagiarizing everything. God, I can't even think of his name now because it's been a few years now. He worked at IGN.
He worked. I know exactly who you're talking. I can't.
Yeah.
He tried to
stuff like
that on YouTube channel, and no one's going to trust him anymore. But that's the point. But then it ruins the reputation of everybody else that's still there. Is the point I'm making. But yeah, I mean, you see all the layoffs that are happening in media right now. You see the consolidation that's happening. IGN buying up all these other sites now. I mean, 5 years from now, it's going to look completely different than it does today. So yeah, I think independent journalism is going to be the way. It's how I consume my news even today. Now, when I think about politics and all that, I go to independent sites. I don't go to CNN or NBC or none of that stuff. Yeah. Trelly C, shout out to you, $5 super chat. He says Parris is a cool dude. Reminds me of the days when you can disagree with people on things and it's not the end of the world mentality.
Yeah, and that's the motto that I live by, man. I mean, like we ain't got to dive back into all the past stuff, but it's like I see a lot of stuff online and people arguing and beefing. It's like, it doesn't look, we can disagree. It's fine. We can have a reasonable conversation about this stuff. And that's where I think I look at what I don't like about social media now and certain YouTube channels where I just feel like they play up to get people mad. It's like, let me see how mad I can make people, because that's how I'm going to get the engagement that way. I don't agree with that stuff. I think we can have reasonable conversation.
At that point, I think people are already mad. And what I believe, obviously I don't have no statistics to back this up, but I think people are already angry and then you got people who are willing to turn on the camera and say it, and then it kind of, it's like a feedback to one another. You know what I'm saying? To a certain degree.
I know what you're saying is because I know because I've gotten those, those messages and comments a lot where it's like, well, I like what you're saying, I'm glad that somebody's saying it, right? Where it's like, I'm glad you're saying what I would like to say, but some people just aren't comfortable, turning on the camera or having their voice out and shit like that. And they're like, yeah, I'm glad you're saying what I feel or other people feel. So I think that's what you're trying to say right there.
Yeah.
I get that a lot. They be like, yo, thank you, man, for saying that, bro. I'm tired of this bullshit. I was like, bro, say it then,
And then a lot of people just don't want to lose their damn job.
Well, yeah, there's that part too, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, so they kind of, I guess you could say live through us in some sort of way.
What is wrong with my Twitter, bro? Why is this shit so horny? Bro, this is all the cosplay queen's fault, man. It's all the cosplay queen's fault, bro. Let's continue, bro. I don't even know why I said that out loud. Shout out to James.
I mean, we can't even go through a single stream without that clip being played.
Because you're playing it.
Because your feed is horny as hell.
You're playing it.
We are what are we? What are we? Like we were just content creators who talk shit. We talk shit about games and movies. Why is his Twitter feed full of degenerate nonsense? You need to get a burner account.
I be going it, bro. Shout out to James up for the 5.
Why are you going and you're in a relationship?
Saying Matt Hansen's nonsense is what turned me off. I would have played it, but I am old and don't like being disrespected. I have 400 hours in Starfield.
400 hours is absolutely insane, but I'm glad you enjoyed it.
James, listen, I get it. Yeah, like that right there, like whether it's fair or not, like Parris said, you represent the company, right? If you go out and you're saying things, regardless if it's fair or what you're saying is like coming down from that company, people are going to equate what you say with the game. So if you say something and it's like outlandish, they're going to equate that to the game, whether that's fair or not. That's what's going to happen.
Why don't devs just make burner
I agree.
account? Man, if I was one of these devs and y'all came at me sideways, I'm getting on my burner account. I'm getting everybody getting the hands, the virtual hands. So I wouldn't be doing it. I'd be the nicest person on my actual account, but my burner account, I'm like Kevin Durant out here.
Hold on, wait, go back. 400 hours? Listen, James, I played Starfield, okay? I was one of the idiots that was hyped up about Starfield, okay? I get it. 400 hours? I did 2 loops of the main campaign. I was like, I'm done.
It depends on what he's doing in the game, because if you really get into ship building and outposts and doing all that, I can see it. I can see it if you really invested into the game.
If you in shipbuilding, I was in that motherfucker trying to figure it out. Like, bro, this is wow. I can make my ship look like a damn transformer. This is crazy.
Yeah. And then it's like, yeah, let me get to the cockpit loading screen. All right, let me open up this closet to change my jacket loading screen. Let's get up loading screen. Loading.
You right about that.
I would show y'all, but Twitch banned my account.
Parents, you married, right? You gotta close your eyes.
You gotta close your eyes because we got the 20. So we got the milk cannons coming out. Hey, this man ain't slick. No, I saw y'all can't see. He said, and it's so nice that you gotta see it twice. Lord have mercy. Thank you for that.
I just want to throw this out there. This clip was all him, by the way.
I don't even know where I got it.
I'm just a guess. I'm just a guess. Who goes behind us? I didn't see no.
All right, Chad. We over an hour in.
Shout out. He
says,
yeah. We got to get into this. This next one, I definitely want to.
But we got a palate cleanser. Palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Palate cleanser.
He says Parris seems like good people. Shout out Christopher Baker for the 20, and shout out to Parris for actually coming on. Some people.
Hey yo,
come on onto the stream.
No, hey,
yo, what the fuck?
Sus God, what's the score, man? I know I'm losing. I was wilding in the beginning.
James up again with the 2, saying every publication stating back to form. Oh, you talking about why people don't trust? Yeah. I mean, they were saying that with Dragon Age. And then you play, it's like, Shit feels like Fortnite God of War. The fuck is this? Shout out to the Ranger D Head 42 saying need quality journalists like Smash JT. Shout out Smash JT, by the way. Parris, I'm glad that he said that because I gotta ask now. I gotta ask.
Here we go.
I gotta ask because it's been on the back of my mind.
Okay.
What exactly is it about Smash that you don't like?
I don't dislike Smash. Who said I did?
Well, like his work.
Here's what I'll say.
Or the impression that you don't like Smash.
Here's what I'll say. And this actually takes me back because I'm sure someone will clip this. This goes back to when I was on with you before. And he was in the chat, basically. And I don't remember the exact words that he was saying, but I do remember saying that I have no issue with you. I'm not being disrespectful to you. And he just kept saying the other stuff that he said. And I even said at the time, we both live in San Diego. I mean, I can literally hop in my car right now and we can meet up. That's how close we live to each other. You know what I mean? He's probably alluding to the other day or last week or whenever that was. He replied to a tweet that I put out and I freaking hit it. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why I hit it. I hit it because the person that he was making screenshots and all that is a personal friend of mine. So if you want to say those things,
about, the games chick.
Yeah. So if you want to post that stuff, feel free. If you post under a tweet that I made and I don't want to see it, I'm gonna hide it because that's my right, because it's my tweet. I didn't block you, I don't mute you or whatever. You're free to do whatever you want. But I will still say again, your style of journalism, the stuff that you do, I may not necessarily agree with it, but you have the right to do it. And my only thing when it comes to stuff like that is, you notice I don't go after nobody. I say what I say. I keep it moving, whatever. I don't engage with that stuff on social media. Him and I live in the same city. If he ever wants to have a conversation with me, my email is literally in my Twitter bio. So you can email me anytime and we can meet up and we can talk and we can have it on camera. We can have it privately, whatever you want to do. But my only thing is I'm not going to engage with stuff like that online because that's not who I am. I would rather have a conversation with you versus arguing about race and gender and all this stuff. I think the tweet that I put out was talking about, again, South of Midnight, another thing where I've been to the studio. I've met the team making all of it. I understand what they're trying to do, and it already has a label on it due to various reasons. So when I see people just making blind racist comments about the game, I said something. And that was all it was. I didn't say anybody specific. And then he came in my replies trying to go after the community manager of the game, who is a friend of mine. So yeah, I hit it because I don't want to see it. But it wasn't because I dislike him. It's just I don't need that drama in my feed. That's all. That's all it was.
Okay. So with that being said, you're more than welcome to not answer this because obviously we don't want to make any trouble situations behind you. But with that, it will be a disservice to the audience to not ask about it, because the conversation was about racism regarding South of Midnight, which whether or not Sweet Baby Ink is involved or not, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to my chat and tell them it looks like trash. I don't agree with that. I'll tell them it looks like a quality game. It's just not for me. It's not something that I would play, regardless of what the main character looks like. It just looked like a platformer, which I'm not really interested in platformers. That's why I didn't play Astro Boy or whatever. Not Astro Boy. Astrobot. It's just not something. The combat looks nice, but anyway, to that point, the racist comments, and then you got the other side of what he pointed out, and the comment that she made that we're not gonna mention her by name, but about saying that white male gamers were a mistake. Do they not see that as problematic in the industry? Like, because I mean, obviously, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. We don't see what's out there in the public. Maybe she was placed on, some sort of leave or something like that, and it's just not our business to know what's going on with their personal lives or whether or not they were placed on administrative leave. Or maybe they don't budge at all. Like, hey, that's your Twitter. You say what you want. So, what is the stance around that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know of anything internally that may have happened with that. I mean, obviously, those comments are for public consumption. And again, I'm not saying that someone can't point it out. All I'm saying on that is let's not do the whataboutisms with that. It was and this again goes back to the thing I'm talking about with Avowed, with Matt and all that. Yes, you represent the company and you put the entire company in the game at risk when you say things, out in public. Totally get that. All I'm saying is, because we previewed the game, right? I interviewed the team, all that stuff. And this is just me. When I see people immediately condemn something without actually consuming the product or reason, they just see it's a game about black people, so they just throw it away, or the Sweet Baby Inc. or stuff or whatever, right? I don't think that's fair to the game, especially when I think what they're trying to do with the game is something that if you actually play it or take 5 minutes to see them trying to represent the Deep South, because I think are you like from Atlanta or something like that? You're from the South, right? Yeah. So it's like, I'm from Florida, right? Grew up, I was in Georgia all the time, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, all that stuff, right? You don't see that in games a lot. So here's a team that's trying to do it and trying to do it right. They're not trying to half-ass it. It's like, I want to see that. I want to see them succeed trying to do that. And everything comes back to race or Sweet Baby Inc. or whatever, right? So when I see that's all the comments are, and it's like, come on, really? You didn't even watch the preview. You haven't played the game yet. Do you even know? Judge the game for what it is. Don't judge it don't condemn it because of something one person said, is all I'm trying to say on that. So again, bringing this all full circle back to Smash, you didn't have to come in my comment doing a whataboutism. You feel free to post about it all you want, because trust me, I will not reply or say anything to you. That's your right. But I also have a right, especially when it's someone I know and I know who they are as a person. And again, they can defend themselves if they ever want to on those comments. That's not my place.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah. But my whole thing was, it's my Twitter account. If I don't want to see your posting, I'd remove it. It's my Twitter. You don't have to like it, but that's why I did it.
All right, Katie, you got anything to add before we get to this palate cleanser?
The only thing I got to add is I obviously made a video on the South of Midnight stuff. And honestly, I was this is one of my biggest videos. I was mostly defending it, because it's like, I think it looks like a decent game. Looks like something's up my alley. But I can 100% see why some people would be like, no, I don't want to play that because of the alleged, Sweet Baby Inc. or how they changed the story from what it originally was, which I said is not really that much of a good criticism because that happens in games all the time. Yeah. It's like, SBI or the community manager.
But it was more about the main character and that render of what the main character was before. That's what it was about. And again, we don't know what happens behind closed doors, but that's how it got reported. So
I can tell you this, and this is me at the studio talking to the studio head. He said that, we're a bunch of white Canadians trying to make a game about black folks in the deep American South. We needed help because we did not want to misrepresent it. So they went out and got help. They went out and got people, essentially subject matter experts, people from that region of the world, white and black. And it's not just black people, right? That understood the folklore, the music, the art, their sound person. I was talking with him that does all the music and sound for the game. He literally was in Louisiana for like 6 months. Right, between Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama for 6 months, just capturing sound, talking to local people, understanding what the culture is all about. And it's like when you're face to face with people talking about that stuff, you can understand it and respect what they're trying to do. Sure, it's a bunch of white people that are making it, but there's black writers that have come in. There are people that were born in Mississippi or Memphis or wherever that are part of the team that are making that game. They're not trying to. What's the word I'm looking for here? They don't want to disrespect the people that are from that part of the world, right? They want to respect the folklore and the culture and the art and the music that comes from that region. And trust me, I got a chance to play it, and bam, I hear the music and I hear what do you call them? The cicadas? Like they got that in there.
There's no juvenile, right? Please, for the love of God, there's no.
No.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? It took me back to when I was a kid, and I would in the summer I go up to Georgia or whatever, right? Out in the country. It's like I was like, I know those sounds, right? The music, I know that music. the dialect of the people that are the characters in the game. It's like, I know that. I remember that. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see it come out. Look, and I said this in the preview, the combat's not great. I don't like the combat. That has been my number one concern from the second I saw it. I said it to the creative. Hey, you can go watch the interview I did with the creative director.
That was my redeeming thing, because I told you, if I play it, I'm gonna play it for the combat. Because when I first seen it, I was like, it kind of got like a Souls kind of feel to it. And
it's very simplistic, might be the wrong word, but I hope it gets a little more diverse. Or like the skill tree and all that, like there's different combinations of attacks that you can do as you level up later in the game, because the early stuff that we played was very simple. The enemy variety was a little simple as well. I mean, the boss battle stuff is cool, but I mean, we'll see. But bringing this all the way back, I would just hope that the game gets judged for what it is and not the outside noise surrounding the game. And I wish that on any game. You know what I mean? It's like, again, bringing it all the way back. I think it's unfair that one person might say something online and then that just completely ruins the reputation, not only for the game, but the hundreds of other people that were working on it at the same time. And these companies got to do a better job about that. They got to do a better job of training and educating their devs and the people that are public facing, that are saying stuff about the game. Be careful of the words that you use, because they can be used against you, depending on what you're saying.
I'll say this. Yep. I don't have a problem with consulting. If y'all don't think that Rockstar didn't consult with some black people for San Andreas, you out of your damn mind.
Of course they did.
They literally hired like legit gangsters out the street. You know what I mean?
However, it has to be authentic. And that's my problem. Yeah. I'm gonna say this. I've said this before on this channel. I know Parris ain't heard this. I think the way that Miles Morales is represented in Spider-Man 2 is the most insane shit ever. Because if Miles Morales was a real black boy, the stuff that he does in that game are absolutely egregious. I don't want to get too deep into it, because fuck it, whatever.
Can I say this? Can I say this? Can I just start off this way?
Yeah.
He had the perfect fade in the first one. Why'd you mess it up in the second one?
Why did you give him that fuck ass haircut in the second one?
Like, I've given Peter a little bit of grace for his hairstyles under that. Okay, Peter, you know damn well you can't have that hairstyle with your suit. But you know what? I'll suspend. But the Killmonger dread, and then you
I did not like that
at the end. Ain't no black person wearing no bullshit.
Yeah,
like that, bro.
No.
And then like as three black men on this show right now, if there was a black boy in school who had both his parents, his father was a cop, his mom was a Puerto Rican politician, he stayed with some J's on, some brand new Nike Dunks on, his uncle was a drug dealer, so he was smart, and he had connection to the streets, man, he would be that dude on campus. You can't tell me that he wouldn't be with the it girl on campus. He ends up at no shame to the girl, but I just if a dude I knew told me he was dating a deaf girl, I would think he's taking advantage of her. Like, why in the world? Like, I'm sorry. Maybe that's ignorant. I'm like, why are you dating a deaf kid? She can't hear you cheating in the other room, bro. Like, come on, bro.
You wrong for that. You wrong for that.
No, but he does make a point. I mean, Miles will have a better girl, bro. He will have a better girl than her in Spider-Man.
Peter get this pretty. In other iterations, he get this pretty ass red-haired girl, and my boy Miles, man, come on, man, like, come on, dog, like, don't do my man. And I'm one of the few people on this side that actually like Miles Morales. I don't, you know what I'm saying? When y'all be doing the whole Miles Morales thing, I'll be in the back quiet. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let y'all have that.
I don't like Miles. I've only liked him in the Spider-Verse movies.
Y'all be calling him Peter Darker.
Oh wait, okay, that's what I was gonna ask. So you like him in the Spider-Verse movies?
In the Spider-Verse movies,
yeah, okay.
I like him. In any other, like in the comics, I fucking despise Peter Darker. I hate him. Like in Spider-Man 2, I didn't like him. You know, I didn't like his girlfriend. I didn't like his friends. I don't like Miles Morales. He's Black Spider-Man. Like, you know, and to me, everybody knows I hate that shit. I hate that with a passion.
You hate the hand-me-downs.
I hate that. I hate it. Like, that's why I was against you know, Captain Clarence coming out. You know, I'm like, I don't want to see that, bro. I'm not for a black version.
Is that Sam? Is that Captain America?
Yeah, because you know he was Clarence in fucking 8 Mile. Yeah, Captain Clarence.
Oh my god.
It's like I don't want to see that. That does nothing for me. Everybody know I don't like that shit. So that's why I don't like Miles Morales. I really don't.
Okay, and I don't mean to derail this, but I do want to dive into the Captain America thing. But you don't think Sam earned, like, look, I get he, look, I would take the super soldier serum. F that, because I'm not going out there about to get killed. But you don't think Sam didn't earn being Captain America?
No, I think Sam, he earned his right to be who he was, right? I feel like if they were going to go the route that they should have went with his show, was he at the end he should have been like, I don't need to be Captain America, right? Because on his own, he's a good enough character as Falcon, and I don't disagree. Think that he needs that to be a better or more well-known character.
I don't disagree, but obviously the legacy of the comics had already established he was Captain America. So I get they weren't going to radically change from that because if you did, then you're going to piss off a whole nother group of people.
By the way, that was 2015, 2016.
What, that he became Captain America? I thought he became Captain America like in the 2000s. No,
it was like 2014, 2015.
Oh, then I'm off on that. I'm off on that. Then my bad on that.
Fairly recent.
But even if you go by the MCU, I felt like that whole thing, where Cap gives him the shield, like he earned the shield, I guess is the point I'm trying to say, to hold the shield instead of the government taking it and giving it off to somebody else. But to your point, should he just be Sam and not have to, I'm Captain America? I agree. I don't think he needed to do that. Just be Sam.
To answer your question about did he earn it, I don't believe he did, because when I look at all of the characters, each of them had to earn where they are in a specific way. When you talk about Tony, he had to save his own life. And again, you can talk about how smart you are, but you got to prove it. And we grant that suspension of belief. He built that armor in that cave. Thor had to come and learn humility. He had to earn the Thor force back. Banner had to learn how to control the Hulk. Bucky had to redeem himself because he had, even though he was mind control, I don't give a damn what you did, mind controlled or not, you killed all those people and you got to live with it. With Falcon, everything in that movie, to me, it appears it was given to him. Some characters are just great as support characters. And when it comes to Falcon, when I think about before the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, what was he most known for? Cracking jokes. That there was no moment for Falcon to me that felt like, wow, he's going to be that guy. Even Black Widow, she earned the right to be on the Avengers. Now it happened off screen, and then when she finally got her movie, they dropped the ball on that one. Like, they didn't show us how she earned her right to call herself a SHIELD agent and be an Avenger. But with Falcon, he was given the shield because they couldn't, in my opinion, people say Bucky should have been captain. No, I don't give a shit either. Well. No, that makes no, I don't even like the fact. Spoiler, apparently he's running for governor. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. You mean, like, what if I'm a politician's grandson and I'm watching the motherfucker who murdered my grandfather years ago on stage with a metal arm talking about, yeah, vote for me because I'll lower your taxes. Oh, I got something you can lower. Like, it doesn't work for me. And then when it comes to Falcon, the speech at the end of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you got to do better. So I was like, Jesus Christ. And it's like they were trying to make him Steve Rogers. And you're not Steve Rogers. You're Sam Wilson. You know what I'm saying? He's a wisecracking guy. And they tried, I give him credit for trying to make him earn the shield with the whole, he went most of the Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier without the shield.
Right.
And then he went and got it back. But it's like,
did they not think about the way he got it back? How he beat up the white man and then stole his shit and said it was his? Like, nobody ever thinks about that. That's what happened. You know, I rewatched the show. That's what happened. Like,
you can rewatch that, but you couldn't rewatch Moon Knight?
No, I'm not watching that shit. I had to rewatch it because I'm going to do a video on it.
Moon Knight wasn't good.
Anyway.
Thank you, Parris. It was not.
Anyway,
Moon Knight was not that good.
I agree. It wasn't good, but we got to get to these palate cleansers, man.
Hold on. We got a few super chats that we missed, man. Shout out to the Rager DF for the 2 saying you got that clip from me. I don't know which clip you're talking about, but shout out my boy, and shout out to Trelly C with another 20 Parris. Shield your eyes because we got to bring out the milk cannon. Shout out to Trelly C with that 20 bomb, and they so nice.
Yo, we not reading that.
You gotta see it twice.
Yo, we not reading that last super chat.
You gotta see it twice. He says, to Parris' point, everything has been undated.
Inundated.
God, I fucked that up.
You couldn't read it. Just admit it, you couldn't read it.
I was trying to make sure that's what it was. I didn't want to fuck it up. Inundated with DEI and wokeness, so people are trigger happy in a sense, and the nuance gets lost. I call it.
Yes, people are suffering from woke derangement syndrome. The same way people are suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. There's woke derangement syndrome. George Rose.
Yeah, we said that. We said that multiple times. Yeah, I mean, there are certain points where it's like, oh, that's exactly what it is, and then there's other points where it's like, I don't think that's what it is. You know, so yeah, like we just saw that over the last few weeks with
like
KCD.
I don't want to get into this whole conversation. We only got you for 20 more minutes.
Yeah.
But man, when that Witcher 4, and they was like, oh yeah, she got strong jaw, and I was like.
It was like, oh, she's ugly, and just gonna be girl boss. Which I was like, did y'all not play The Witcher 3?
And then her missions for the best. Hell, I was like, okay.
I couldn't believe I was getting roasted that bad in the comments. I'm like, I thought this was like comments. This is Siri. This is from The Witcher 3. Like, I get it, CDPR, with the shit that they do now, right? But then on the other hand, I just played Cyberpunk, and it's like, God fucking damn. So it's like, I don't know, like, that was one of those situations where I was like,
that's one of those videos. So I was in the comments getting cooked.
So like I said, I know we don't want to stay on this too much, but I'm gonna do a little bit of a self brag here. When they announced that, I was the first person to sit down with them after, like, we literally walked from the Game Awards across the street to the hotel and went up and sat down and talked about it. And to your point, I'm watching it in the moment, and it's because I played The Witcher 3. I'm like, oh yeah, of course she did. I'm not surprised by this. It didn't trigger anything in me to think, well, they're forcing Siri into something that she wouldn't do. It was like, this kind of makes sense to me. So I don't know. To me, that one, I think people is a little bit of a reach. I'll leave it at that.
We have to corral it over here. What you always say, Katie? We've lost the plot. Like,
some niggas lose the plot, man. Like calling Doom woke because the woman was in the trailer. George, you ain't see my video? And then some nigga on Twitter said the game was woke because the dragon's wings was too pink.
You talking about the actual game Doom? I'm thinking you talking about Dr. Doom. But yeah. Oh, okay, so yeah, I remember Doom. Yeah, calling Doom woke. Let's get to the because I
all right. Let's hit this one last super chat and then we'll go get this palate cleanser. Salty surprise with the I'm reading it. I'm reading it. If more conversations like this happen face to face, maybe the gaming industry wouldn't be so goddamn lethal. Cater the foot bandit. All right. Atreus Muddy Waters Diaper Man. Parris Mr. Clean Lily unite. Shout out Salty surprise with that shit.
From now on, whoever calls me Muddy Waters is getting timed out. Okay, let me get to the palate cleanser.
On another time, we'll tell you about the Muddy Waters story. We'll tell you. What is this?
Man, bro, try not to like. You seen this, Kater? Man,
no, I saw the screenshot, but I haven't seen the video because.
Watch this.
You got Felipe, we go. Wait.
Why is it freezing?
I'm not ready yet.
Oh my God, this motherfucker. Let's go.
Felipe.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh no.
Why is it freezing? Why is it doing that to me?
I'm telling you right now, we fighting. We fighting.
Nah, dog. What the hell is that?
No, that is not my expression when I get up. We fighting.
Why would he do that? Why would he do that?
You do that to me, you better run. That's all I gotta say. We fighting.
No, because I thought it was like some thought video because I seen a chick's butt. I'm like, I'm just gonna skip past it. I didn't know homeboy put his whole dick and balls on that dude's face. What the fuck?
Dog.
Nah, bro.
Chat.
Nah.
You know your life is ending. That.
Yeah. I'm taking that bar.
My perception of men is that men are not as clean as women. So for this, I'm thinking of all the worst shit.
Yeah.
He he didn't wipe clearly. You know what I mean? He probably ain't take a shower the day before. Ugh.
Yeah, man.
Hold on, I got one right here. So there's this trend. There's this dude on TikTok. You know, I'm just gonna show y'all. I ain't gonna say nothing. Just watch. Hold on, let me make sure the sound's up. Just watch this shit real quick.
Go down. Shit, yeah.
Hey, y'all want to be?
Go down.
So he's like, don't let me catch you slipping. So whenever he sees somebody, he just takes a bag and just fucking just grabs him. He just yanks some motherfuckers.
I've seen it before. Mute it real quick. I've seen it before. There's no way that's real, bro.
No, I watched it on. No, those are his homies. Those are his homies. But it's the way that he snatches them. That shit is real. Like there was one he lifted some dude like completely up off the ground and snatched the fuck out of him. I was looking for that one, but I couldn't find it.
Man,
shit.
I ain't gonna lie, you do that to me, bro. That it looked like it hurt. It looks like it hurt. So I don't know. You do that to me, bro. We're gonna have a problem.
All right. This is the topic though that I'm glad Parris is here for. And I'm glad that happened this week, by the way. Because I need because we talked about this.
Oh boy, I think I know what you're gonna. Oh no, this ain't what I think. What is this?
So this dude, he was the former developer. He worked on Dragon Age the Veilguard, and he put out a video which basically says your $70 doesn't buy your cruelty, right?
You know what? I haven't watched it, but go ahead, play it. Yeah,
I don't want to play the entire thing because it's like 14 minutes and we're gonna be stopping and shit. Okay, but his points. Oh god, it's a rough watch. It's a rough watch. That's all I'll say. Hold on, let's play this real quick.
Be something like your 70.
Oh my bad.
That's what we're going to talk about today. The fact that you bought a game that you didn't like doesn't give you the right to be cruel or unkind to the people that developed that game. Now, I'm going to be clear about something. I'm not saying that you have to like the thing you bought. I'm not saying even that you aren't allowed to complain about the thing you bought. You can have whatever opinion that you feel like towards a game. Even if that opinion is stupid and wrong, you are entitled to that opinion. And to some degree, you're entitled to express that opinion.
Can you pause real quick? Right there, he lost everybody. You can't say that. You can't say even if you're stupid and wrong, because now you're literally insulting the people that are watching the video. You're gonna piss off a bunch of people.
He contradicted himself at the beginning where he said, well, it doesn't earn you the right to be cruel, but you can disagree. I don't think they understand the difference between disagreements and cruelty, right? Like,
but see, that's where I feel like you got to be specific in what you're talking about, because obviously if we're talking about people telling you to go kill yourself because you made a bad game, then nobody's going to defend that.
Obviously.
I don't condone any of that. Or even it don't even have to be go kill yourself. It could be, go fuck yourself or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't say, but don't sit up here and act like I'm going to be I'm going to speak on your behalf to be able to say that. You bought it. You can say what you want to say, but like, I'm not going to defend like you acting the ass out there, but like your game getting roasted. What exactly are we talking about?
Well, I equate it to like sports, right? Just think about, I don't know, Westbrook is in my head right now, but think about like Russ, right? Like, especially when he was a Laker, he was catching a bunch of grief. You play bad. I mean, fans are allowed to say you play bad. It's when you cross that line and again, you start making it more personal and you start insulting him as a man. Yeah, of course, you're going to say something at that point. I think when it comes to the game dev, I honestly don't think we need to watch the rest of it. You can play it if you want. But I think his point about your $70 does entitle you to an opinion. Like, again, we can talk about Avowed. You don't have to like Avowed. You can say, hey, I think Avowed's dog shit. I don't like it. I think X, Y, and Z. But I don't think at the same time, well, now let me go after Carrie Patel and insult her as a woman and talk about her personally and be very disrespectful to her. She clearly, my one thing that I try to explain to people as far as game devs go, you ain't going to meet not one game dev that ain't trying to make the best game they possibly can because they want you to play it and they want you to enjoy it. course, that's not going to work in every instance, and all games aren't going to be good. They aren't all going to appeal to you. You can express that, hey, I didn't like it, I do like it, or whatever. What I think that he's trying to say is, don't be disrespectful to the individual.
Well, I would give you that, but
Is how? Yeah, go ahead.
The rest of the video, he basically contradicts that point.
Okay. No, that's fine. Maybe I'm missing it. I'm just
it's a long
giving
video,
an assumption.
But
the long and short of it is he's basically saying, like, it sounds like he's saying you don't have the right to say that he said at the beginning, oh, you could disagree or say that you don't like a game, but throughout the entire thing, he basically says, no, you can't do that. Or, oh, maybe it's the game developer. Oh, they did what was one of his points? He said, oh, they did a bad take with the sound, and that was the one take they could do, so they put that out. Yes, you are very valid to criticize that if they did one bad take of like a audio for dialogue. Of course, you could criticize.
Well, so I didn't watch the video like you did. I read this article that put out a couple of quotes from it, and to me, what I took from what he was saying was it was more about stop taking your anger out on the developers and take it out on the company. And there's one person I specifically had in mind because obviously he worked on Veilguard. If I read this correct, he worked on it, and there's one specific person that took a lot of heat for Veilguard being what it was, and that was Corinne Bush. So in my mind, like some of the undertones that I was taking, it was like it sounds like he's basically trying to say a lot of the issues that Veilguard faced, or like whatever game that you thought you was getting and what you got, may not have been her issue, her problem, or it was different things that went into that.
Oh, so you're saying like run and cover pretty much.
Yeah. But my whole thing is because he alludes to individuals taking heat. And I could be wrong on this. And this is why I'm willing to hear pushback from Parris or anybody in the chat. Most of the individual developers that take heat online that I've seen, I ain't talking about executives and leaders and directors and stuff like that. They're going to take heat regardless because if you're a leader, you're going to take the heat. Individual developers that I've seen come under fire are the ones who just couldn't keep it together and ended up saying something. And now you've given the mob a target. Oh, you spoke up? Congratulations. We got somebody to go ahead.
Like, what was it? It was Concord. I'm trying to names don't matter, but it was a dev on Concord. And obviously, we know Concord was a disaster, right?
Right.
It came out and said something like condemning people, like basically I can't remember exactly what this person said, but in other words, you're insulting the audience. So of course, what you think they're going to do, of course they're going to go after you, and they're going to go after the game even more because of the stuff that you said. This is what I'm saying again. Sometimes it's good to just shut the fuck up. Seriously, just don't say nothing, because you will do more harm than good, especially if you're not in a leadership position. Like you said, if you're in a leadership position, if you're an executive, that's part of your job, is to be public facing and to take the criticism along with the acclaim at the same time. But when you're a dev that's just working on a game you've spent the last 5 years working on, of course, your personal feelings are going to get into it. Of course, you're going to have hurt feelings to see something that you've been working on, be condemned by the very people that you want to play it and praise it. But if you then step out on the social media and start telling the audience that they're wrong for feeling the way that they feel, you're just going to make it 10,000 times worse. There's valid criticism. Yeah.
And some of the times you may be right. I always point it back to the G4 situation with Frost. When it comes to leadership, sometimes you have to take personal accountability when you're a leader. Frost may have had a point. It doesn't matter, though, because what you should have done as a leader was say, listen, you got a point, but I'm not letting you go out and attack our entire audience when we already skating on thin ice anyway. So
yeah, they keep forgetting that you are in the customer service industry, right? That's what it is. You put out a product to the market, and then the people in the market buy it and they give you feedback. Whether the feedback is positive or negative is irrelevant. The feedback is the feedback. Now, if it starts going to the personal attacks about you personally and things like that, that's not feedback. That's antagonizing you personally. But if I go to a restaurant and every time I go there, you fuck up my order, or I don't get what I want, or the people are rude to me when I go there, I'm obligated to tell you to fuck off, right? And say I don't like your restaurant because I spent my money and my time at that place. So if somebody buys a game, which is at this point $70, and they buy the game, they don't like the game, they could say, hey, I don't like this, I don't like this, I think this is crap, I think this is this, that, and the third. They are obligated in their rights to say that as customers because they spent the money on it. I mean, again, you don't have to like it. You don't have to like it at all, but the feedback is the feedback. And I feel like if you watch this video, it's from like an entitlement position where he feels like you don't have the right to be that negative. You don't have the right to be that I don't want to say disrespectful, but say the things that you want to say towards them. Oh no, do it to the higher ups. They can say it to whoever they want to because they spent the money. That's how I feel. Right? Like as soon as I buy a product, I'm in my right to say positive or negative how I feel about it. If you don't like either one, that doesn't matter. I'm the one who spent the money and most importantly my time on that product. So I can say whatever feedback I want to say. And watch this video, it feels like he feels like nobody really has the right to do that. And I disagree with that completely.
Yeah. That's all I felt about it.
Yeah.
So,
No, I mean, like I said, I get it, man. Like, it's funny you brought up Frost. I feel like all these ones you bring it up is like people I know, because like I know her and I've been to her home. I've had dinner with her. I mean, she's a really nice person, really is. But that is a moment in time that this is why she's not in the industry anymore. This is why she's moved on to other things, because she's never going to live that down. And while she does have to take some blame in it because it's the words that she spoke, part of that also, and this is why G4 ain't around either. Her producers and all that got to take fault in that too.
Exactly.
You need to make sure that you're protecting your asset, not only your host on the show, but the show itself. I mean, look what that did to G4. G4 they were already, going down, but they were done at that point because nobody respected anything that came after that. Because you literally told your audience to F off and don't watch us. Okay, that's what the audience is going to do. They're not going to watch you.
Yeah, and that was crazy. We ain't gonna get into that. All right, guys. So
fuck her though. She fucked that up. She fucked that up real bad.
They were already,
I remember that. They were already on the downhill.
25 employees in that expensive ass fucking office.
I've been there. It was the money they spent, man. It was amazing. The production value was top tier, but you didn't have the content to go with it, unfortunately.
And then
they thought it was like back in
Black
the day.
Hokage. Oh my god.
No, that's not. See, everybody calls him Black Hokage. That is Modern War Negro. Okay, I remember him from way back in the day. All right, that was his name. Yeah, they're all laughing. That was his name. 2010, 2011, 12 to about 15. His name was Modern War Negro. And because I used to watch his videos back in the day, because he used to do he would do like comedy videos using Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty and shit. And the intro was literally, it was like Modern War Negro, and then he'd be like, "Real nigga talking, sit your ass down." Like that. That's who he is. And he changed it to the Black
on him. The internet is forever, dog, and they don't forget. Because soon as that rant happened and he started doing all the cheering, the internet immediately posted his sexist content. I was like, "Nah, there's no
way." Talk to him, Frost.
I would have been out of the frame, like, oh.
What wasn't the completionist was in that video too, wasn't he?
Oh, was that the other?
Gerard.
Beard, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, we found out what he really was. So.
Oh, I don't even know about that.
You don't? You don't?
Scam charity, right?
Yeah, the whole that whole charity was a scam. They were pocketing the money. They literally, it was what, like over $600,000 just had sitting in an account, never donated it to charity.
And that's why I tell y'all, do not become a fan of me. Be a supporter, never be a fan, because I'm gonna make a mistake, and I don't want to be out here trying to be on no moral high ground or nothing. I ain't telling y'all how to live your life or none of that, because I know I'm a fuck up. I know at some point. I know I'm gonna fuck up at some point. So okay, right. So it is almost what time it is? It is 7:57. Guys, we go ahead and let Parris get up out of here. Man, this was a great conversation. I mean, shit.
Parris, I gotta ask because you know her. All right. I'm doing it. I'm doing it live on stream.
Oh shit. Okay, here we go. All right.
Because we've said this multiple times, right? Like, because obviously we're willing to have the conversations with anybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa.
Oh,
Mhm.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Listen.
I knew it. I knew
Why
it.
would
Go
you
ahead.
not- why would
No.
you
Because it just crossed my mind. I'm like, I can't let him get off without asking. Okay. It's because we're like, hey, if
Can't
she
let
ever
him get
wanted to
off.
come on stream, let me.
Nah, I'm not letting that reply. I'm not.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Get the fuck
That's
out of
not
here.
What's the score? What's the score?
But no. So we said we will let her come on the stream, right? And just do this right here, just have a good
Mhm.
time or whatever. I don't know how to reach out to her because she has me blocked.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said, it doesn't even have to be on a fucking Friday for real, to be honest with you. If she ever wanted to come on stream, and just talk, we are 100% willing to let her. Right. So
Stay begging.
Here's what I would say.
want Alyssa on the stream. I do 100. I do.
Hold on. He's speaking for himself. I'm not saying that I don't want. I'm not saying that I don't want her on the stream. I'm saying we're willing to have a conversation.
I want her on the stream.
He begging. I'm not
because
begging.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I want her on the stream. Because by the end of the stream, she will leave. She'll be like, "Wow, those guys are actually not." No, that's
you. That is you right now.
No, it's because I know she will leave the stream and be like, "Wow, those guys actually aren't that bad," and she would enjoy it.
Here's what I'll say, and I don't speak for Alyssa, but I'm speaking for Alyssa. She's obviously my friend. I know her pretty well. She ain't coming out here.
I know. I'm like, yo, like you tripping right now. She is not coming on.
I want her on the stream, bro. I do. I really do.
Yeah, she ain't coming on here. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that one right now. She's not coming on here.
Just did all that begging, and it's gonna get clipped.
Clip it and send it to her. If she want to, if you want to do a one-on-one, you can do a one-on-one. You can do a one-on-one if you want.
I'll say this as I get out of here because I do got to go. First and foremost, I appreciate you inviting me. I think we had a good conversation, which is what the whole point of what I wanted to do when I came on here is have a good convo. And yes, I'm more than willing to talk to anybody. I understand that there's other people that are in my circle that may not necessarily do that, right? But my hope is one day that we all can have these kind of conversations, because I think when you tear the layers down and the assumptions and the perceptions that people have, and you just talk to actually have a conversation, you realize we got a lot more. My God, I sound like a goddamn politician, but we have a lot more in common.
I was going to say, yo, he sounds like somebody I know for real. What
I call myself like, oh my God, who am I sounding like? But you get my point, man. As like, I wish we could have more conversations like this. And I will say this again, since we talked about Smash, and I know there's some other people that may have a certain opinion about me.
Look, there he is, right there.
There you go. Yeah. I don't dislike anybody. I'm just telling you that right now. I don't dislike anybody as far as I'm gonna try and go after you or whatever. It's like, bro, I'm an old black dude that live in Southern California that got 3 kids. And like talking about video games. That's literally it.
I don't like you. I just want to let that. I do not like you.
Yeah, and that's fine. That is perfectly fine. I don't like your hat.
No, he said John De La Rose.
John De La Rose.
Hey, look, now you know. You don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like your
hat. But yeah, John De La Rose. I don't like you. I don't like you. So.
It's funny. No, but yeah, I do have to take off. I gotta go do dinner. But no, man, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. I'm sure we'll do it again.
Most definitely.
Yeah, man, for sure. You know where we at, man. We'll definitely get you on in the future, brother.
No, absolutely. Y'all have a good rest of the show.
All right, you too.
All right, man.
All right,
easy.
Catch you later.
Catch you later. Hey, shout out to Parris from coming on the show. But there was a chat that I needed to hit that I saw. Trelly C, I'm not trying to clap Alyssa's cheeks. I'm not trying to listen. I'm not, and look, because I saw that, and then the primer one talk about some get her addicted to BBC. That's not what I'm trying to do. I want to talk to her so bad. I really do. Like I'm so
to her, all right.
I'm so
remember that Eiffel Tower you were talking about?
Yeah,
he want to talk to her, all right.
Nah, man. I just want to. I want to get her perspective.
We had 100. We had 150. We gotta take a shot. We gotta take a shot. Hold on.
All right. Well, all right. Well, now I gotta get a shot. Let me see. I gotta play. We gotta play something.
Shit. We can't leave at the same time. Hold up.
I was about to say I gotta go get a shot glass. I gotta. You know what? Hold on. Here we go. Hey, look here. Toasty's right here.
They
She's
killed Johnny
live.
Depp's dog.
She's live. I'm gonna go get.
Did
a
they
shot
kill
glass.
Johnny Depp's dog too? Man, fucked.
Yeah. All right, look at this. How many likes?
Like 50 cents.
Right. Let's see. Let's take a look at those likes. We are up to 46 likes. You know what would make Toasty even happier tonight is to get up to 69 likes. Hi, Toasty. You're looking good.
I'm back. I'm sorry. I was just trying to get things ready because I gotta put contacts. I couldn't find my green bra because that's what she wears, but I'm like, they're men. I don't think they care about the color of the bra.
If you didn't,
why the fuck are we watching Toasty? Anyway, what's going on, chat? We gotta take a shot because we hit 140 something. So every 100 super chat, we have to take a shot. So that's how that works. But before we'll wait for Katie to get back, we'll get to some of these super chats. Where did we leave off?
Frostbang.
Yeah, so he says $20 super chat. Oh, you already know what time it is. You get the milk cannons. Where they at?
Yes, sir. Oh my goodness gracious. Big ass titties, and they so nice. And you gotta see it twice. Yeah. I gotta make another one.
All right. So he says Falcon is already a hero. He could be the Cap insert for a movie as Falcon. Bucky has a tainted legacy. Winter Soldier isn't what Bucky wants to go by. Henceforth, give him a character arc becoming Cap. Now, I still can't buy it. Cap, in my opinion, is supposed to have a clean image. And while Falcon does have a clean image, motherfuckers he just ain't it. I'm sorry.
I just think that Captain America is Steve Rogers, same way that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. That's just how it is. Shout out to the Raging D head for the 2 saying that clip. Which one? Are you talking about the I don't know what you're talking about. Why is this so hard to open?
I don't know what that's about.
I'm trying not to spill alcohol all over myself. I'm getting pissed.
One of the $5 super chat from James says one of the issues is you have idiots like JDA making up lies and racist comments about games.
True. That's true.
We're not going to turn this into another JDA roasting session, okay?
Yes.
Right.
Hey, if you're a female in the chat, duck whenever we talk about JDA because you know his hands is flying allegedly.
Niggin86 says y'all brought up Witcher 4. Don't care about ugly female, any of that ish. They made Siri a Witcher to recycle game mechanics easier to copy than create. She already had awesome powers. Ooh, now that's a valid criticism.
That's a criticism I haven't heard yet.
Yeah, that's pretty valid. Niggin86 also says customers are not obligated to care about how or who makes their sausage. Did the devs get paid? Is game dev a charity? Learn how to cope with hate. Oh my, bro, Niggin86, bro, you are cooking. Absolutely cooking. Okay. Parris was talking about the Professor Lisa Brown.
Oh yeah, he was. He sure was.
Oh, damn.
Sure was.
And then we got Smash JT in the house. Hey, yo, what's going on, my boy?
What's
going
good?
On?
Y'all already know. Thank y'all for the super chats, man.
I almost thought we was gonna get through 2 hours with Parris without talking about Smash JT. And then you brought it up, and I was like, well, I gotta ask him the question about that post.
I had to bring it up.
He brought up hiding the, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna
bring it up, but he brought it up himself.
Once you brought it up, once he brought it up, then I gotta ask you, okay, so what's up with the racist comment?
Yeah. Hey, and shout out to Parris for not doing what some other people would do.
Yeah, he didn't duck the smoke at all. He didn't duck the smoke. Hey, when you 6'13", you don't duck no smoke.
He's like, hey, here's my post. I ain't like it. I hit that. Huh? Hey, all right, bro. Hey,
what you gonna say to it after you say, oh shit, I ain't like that shit, so I hit it.
All right. Well, there it is. But
There
shout
you
out to
go.
y'all for the
There you go,
super chat.
Smash. There you go, Smash.
Yeah, hey, Smash. You should live stream y'all getting a lunch together. That would be great.
That would be crazy.
That would be great. You should do that.
6'8" ass fucking Parris standing next to what? 5'7".
And take a picture and he has to put his arm around your shoulder.
He gonna have Smash AT like make another video about me again, nigga. Make another video.
Call me a shield because my mask one more time, nigga. All right, man. Let me get y'all the clip real quick, man.
Yeah, work them shoulders, man. Work them shoulders, man.
Yeah, yes, sir. Y'all gotta say limbo. You know what I'm saying? Nimble in this motherfucker. I said limbo. The hell out of here. All right. Well, I got my shot poured up. I got my
I ain't got
Alamo.
no shot glass. I'm just finna straight to the.
No, straight to the what?
I ain't finished the sentence, so it don't count.
Look, I got my Alamo shot glass. Shout out to Texas. I'm a resident. I'm a Texan now. Okay, I'm a residential Texan now. You know what I mean? So shout out, cheers. You know what I'm saying? Pull up.
Hey man, yo, who called this nigga Section 8 Falcon? Bro, I'm fucking dead.
Huh?
Somebody called that nigga Sam Wilson Section 8 Falcon, bro.
Get the
Really see
out of here.
Go again. All right.
I already drank mine.
Another big guest coming on. He came into the Lions Den. You said coming on like 3 times. Don't hit me with that bullshit.
But you said big guest and then coming on. No.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
No.
Damn.
And y'all already know what I drink. Y'all already know that 1800. You know what I'm saying? Little small bottle, $20. You know what I'm saying?
You know. So hey, cheers. Shout out to him coming into the Lions Den. He didn't flinch. He ain't duck no smoke. Granted, we wasn't like on his head, like, yo, why you such a shield? We weren't doing that. But you know, we did ask him about that 9.5. That 9.5 was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, yeah.
Shout out. Persona 11 said, Trelly, see, they made Falcon Mexican, so all the deportees can finally see themselves. Yeah, flying over that border. Get the fuck out.
Oh my.
Get them out. That's
crazy.
What the fuck? Oh shit.
We gotta change the aspect ratio on that, bro. Oh shit.
That was a crazy flying over the border is crazy.
Is that not what they do?
Mexican, and they had that nigga flying over the Pacific Ocean. Like, damn, nigga, you deported yourself, didn't you?
Shot his dumb ass out of the sky.
You shot his dumb ass out of the sky.
Hate that nigga, bro. I was hoping he died. Oh, I knew there was something I needed to show y'all. Y'all want to see something crazy? There's this. Before we get to the next topic, there's this trend on TikTok, right? They're using a Richard Pryor clip from one of his old movies, and he called his wife a bitch. But the way that they're using it is they keep looping the way he says bitch. They'll speed it up and then slow it down. I need y'all to see this, dog. I need y'all to see this. Hold on, let me share it, and then I'll show y'all something else. Cause y'all don't be believing me. TikTok is fucking hilarious, dog. Look at this shit.
Bitch. 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 Bitch.
There's so many of these that are on TikTok, bro. It's fucking crazy. Where's the other one? Oh, here it is.
L's in the chat. L's in the chat.
Cybertron systems check.
Droid vision initializing.
Negro
Yo,
tech
that shit
software
say
update.
breathing bad.
Afritronics motherboard humming.
Black Ops protocol engaged.
Quantum rifles online. Droid link connecting. Nigga-link online. Fentanyl reactor charging.
Cybertron.
They gotta stop, bro. They gotta let that nigga rest in peace, bro.
That nigga didn't live in peace. What you mean?
Bro, shut up, bro. Shut up.
That nigga didn't fucking leave in peace. I mean, live in peace. So,
oh shit.
Damn. All right. So, did you have the next topic or?
I had something small real quick. So you know how
small.
Man, get the fuck out of here. But you know how everybody has been going after AC Shadows. Hey, we're less than a month out. Less than a month out, boy, and we get the griff. Everybody's roasting AC Shadows because of them not contacting the people over there in Japan about the shrines and things. And you have the idiots out there like what's his name? Airbagged. Mr. Soaking Wet weighs 90 pounds. Like, oh, look at this game that you could destroy shrines. Look at this game.
Wait. Did you just say another man was soaking wet?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
See, I would have let you slide if you would have said he weighs 90 pounds soaking wet. But that's not what you said. You said who's soaking wet, and then you said he's 90 pounds. Like, that don't even make sense. So you had to be saying some gay shit.
That's not what I meant, bro.
First guy, what's the score, man?
You losing. So, obviously, they're facing action from Japanese officials for the shrine destruction, which, if you do the research on this, the website that it came from in Japan is a far right website, so they're saying that it's not a valid source to use or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fine, sure, whatever. But Ubisoft and their infinite wisdom, they thought, oh, everybody's complaining about us destroying shrines and having the big fucking black dude destroying stuff. How about we put out a clip ourselves of them showing off the environmental destruction?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that. Yeah, because that's not tone deaf at all. Like, everybody's roasting you about it, so we're just gonna post our own clip of it. God damn, bro. Why you expect the shit out that nigga, bro?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on and why they didn't just do this from the jump. Because they said Assassin's Creed Shadows can mostly be played with one character, which, they have the character swaps thing in the game. If you don't want to play as Nigarai or aka Yasuke, you don't have to. And it's like, why didn't you just do that from the jump? You could have been doing things like that, man. So I don't know. I just saw a couple of Assassin's Creed things. I was like, I'll just throw that shit up real quick.
I got something to throw up. Pause. It just sounded gay.
God dang.
On this episode of Welcome to Atlanta, nigga, watch this shit here.
Is that the word Far Cry?
He got motion, but I'm knowing that he can't. He told me that he got motion, man. I'm knowing he is strong. He just waits to label money, bitch. That boy is a dog. Where I'm from and where you from, no, I don't see a lot of love. I'll go die, but I ain't tripping, cause he got me from above. Bitch. Everybody.
What the fuck is that? This nigga look like a 13th century knight walking around rapping.
Nigga look like Lord Farquaad, bro.
He do.
Why the fuck, bro, nigga? Remember
looking ass.
Remember that era when niggas was flipping retarded niggas?
No.
Oh,
what?
Yeah, niggas was flipping retarded niggas where they would find a retarded nigga and start making viral videos with the nigga, and nigga would get like remember the nigga,
like with the thick neck dude and shit like that.
Thick neck nigga, and then it was
okay.
Ha, got him, that nigga.
Okay, because you just said flipping retarded nigga. I'm like,
That's
like what?
because
They
that's
was
what
just
they was
walking.
doing. They
They was
find a
walking up and flipping them. Like what? That's what I'm like. What
like as in like taking money and flipping it. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Niggas will find a retarded nigga, put a camera in his face and watch him do retarded shit, and then go viral. Well, that's what it looked like. That's what they doing with this nigga right here. Like these black people are exploiting this poor white man. They got this nigga looking like Lord Farquaad, making that nigga think he can rap. This shit is bad. This is not good.
And as bad as the other white dude that was saying the N-word.
White people, y'all got to come and rescue your mans because this nigga is getting exploited. Okay.
Yeah, he need to be making pop music. The fuck is he doing out there in the Atlanta club? And in that video, that's why I hate going to the club, bro. I hate going to the club for that very reason. Everybody just standing around, music playing, it's loud as shit. Somebody might stink. And it's like, bro, I could do that shit at the house. I can do that shit at the house.
You sound like a nigga in a relationship.
No, I sound like a nigga that don't like wasting time and money. It's like if I'm going to the club, but we're going to the club just to stand around for and look at ass while I'm drinking. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. What you got? I see you pulling something up.
Oh, I ain't pulled up nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on you. You got the next story, or you want me?
Yeah, let's talk about this dumb shit, bro. Did you see this?
Mm-mm.
So
yeah, I did see this, but I didn't think it was worth talking about.
Well, it's the ramifications of the character that's.
I'm not a James Bond guy, so like it didn't hit me. I didn't care. Like it was.
Well, me, I love James Bond.
Oh, okay. Shouts out to you.
I watched all the movies. I love James Bond, and James Bond is a black, or not a black. He's a white British dude with black hair. That's what I meant to say. With black hair and blue eyes, he's a British dude, and I'm scared because now Amazon has full creative control, so they might make James Bond black, or they might start doing spinoffs for the James Bond universe that don't need to happen. Like
I'm so tired of universes now.
Yeah, it's aggravating. We don't need a fucking Money Penny spinoff or a show about Q, or they're gonna try to turn it into the MCU. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of them making like, oh, 007, here's 008, Shaniqua Brown or some shit. It's like I don't want to see that shit, man. It's just like they've been fighting with Amazon for a while. I
just saw Hypnotic said, if y'all don't ask this Negro about his 9.5 score, I'm gonna flip a table at you.
Of course, we was going to the hell. Yeah, but I'm really bringing this up for people in the chat because I know we got some old heads in here.
Mm-hmm.
I know we got some old heads in here that love James Bond. So I want to know what y'all think about this shit for real. Because I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, I can't tell you nothing about a single James Bond movie. I can't even comment on it, to be honest. I mean, the concept of them changing him to black is obviously stupid. I feel that way. But yeah, I couldn't tell you nothing about James Bond. I don't know the lore. I love GoldenEye. I played GoldenEye. You know what I'm saying? I love that. But
a lot of the James Bond games are good, especially ones on the OG Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
They were pretty decent. Look at this nigga Persona 11. Somebody here's 00 Glock 9.
With a switch. Nigga, I saw a video.
Oh my god!
I saw a video of it was somebody's door camera of a shootout in Illinois. Where else? Chirac. Nigga, that far, them niggas dropped. Like, them niggas was dumping. That shit was like pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Niggas running. I'm like, and then I got an ex that used to be like, yeah, you coming to me to visit you coming with me to visit my family in Chicago? I said, bitch, no. I got a fly ass mouth. I wouldn't survive 2 minutes in Chicago. Nigga look at me crazy. I'm like, the fuck, nigga? Them the Chicago niggas, they shoot first, ask questions later.
They don't even ask questions.
Yeah, you're right.
Unless it's, hey, you trying to go get something to eat right after they just got done shooting up a school. Niggas be doing, be doing too much. Timothy Dalton, best Bond. I'm more of a Sean Connery guy for Bond. I like his Bond films. His Bond films are pretty good. Uncle T's in the chat. Yo, what up, Uncle T? Yo, you ain't never talked to Uncle T, have you?
Mm-mm.
Go on,
I keep every time you say his name, I be thinking you be literally talking about your uncle.
He everybody uncle, man. That's Uncle T. Funny as hell. Yeah, they're gonna fuck it up, bro. But Jeff Bezos did ask. He did ask everybody who they would want their James Bond to be, and as you can see right here, most people are saying Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is Bond. I can see it.
That would make sense.
I can see it. I mean, he has his hands full with like Warhammer and Highlander and
yeah.
shit
Before
like
they
that.
fuck it up and end up having to cut ties with him like everybody else do.
You know what I mean? That nigga can't catch a break, dog. He can't catch a fucking break
at all, my guy.
Hey, shout out to D Cello. He is on Rumble. Yes, you can't see it, but yeah, we got Rumble today. I figured out how to get the Rumble working. You got to do it manually every single stream. So every time we want to stream on Rumble, we have to, do it manually. So if you're not following us on Rumble, go do so. It's the same username, New Black Street. You know what I'm saying? So go over there, check that out.
So listen, guys. Here's another
this?
palate cleanser for y'all. Never forget Michael Jordan mom's stunt double looked nothing like her. Man, I feel bad for the people who grew up in the 80s and 90s with the special effects that they got now. This shit isn't crazy. Chad, watch this shit. Oh shit, it would help.
And now give it some razzle-dazzle.
That is not your mom. Hold on, one more time. One more time, Chad.
And now give it some razzle-dazzle.
Why that look like Jerome off of Martin? Why
the fuck did he smile, bro?
Now for a little razzle dazzle. Time to turn to a transformer.
Yo, why did he smile like that, bro? That nigga smiled. He smiled like he knew this was some bullshit.
No, play it, bro. He did look like Jerome, bro. Play that shit again. He looked like. Hold on, let me get the fucking picture, dog. I swear to God, he looked like Jerome, dog. Hold on.
Watch this nigga, bro. That nigga smiled like he knew this. He said, "Man, these people know that I ain't his fucking mama, but they paying me though, so it is what it is."
Bro, he looked like Jerome,
bro.
I don't go back because I know we got some people here who might not know about Martin. Hold on, so this is Martin. That's Jerome, who is the pimp. Dog, that's crazy.
I want to know what people thought of that commercial during that time.
Yeah, back in the day, they was probably like, "What the fuck?
Did you think we stupid?
Who the fuck is that?"
Okay, let us get to the next topic, man. Hold on, let me pull something. Let me pull something up for y'all.
I got something for y'all. I know this is gonna have y'all hot in the chat. Cynthia Erivo is playing Jesus Christ in Jesus Christ Superstar, the play. How you like Skeletor right here?
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
Yeah.
I genuinely can't stand this motherfucker. I hate looking at her. Did you call her Skeletor?
Yeah, Skeletor.
You need to repeat.
My bad. I meant Count Orlok. Yeah. Count Orlok.
So we got a Gorlock and we got an Orlok now.
Count Orlok is from Nosferatu.
I ain't seen it yet.
Oh,
You know, it's funny. Ain't nobody going to see this shit. What did you say?
No, I'm looking at the chat. It's like I said, Black Smeagol.
Nigga!
Oh, fuck. Hey, hold on. I gotta hit up Nerd Wars. I gotta hit up Nerd Wars. I need him to put her face on Smeagol. I need it. Oh, that'll go crazy. I'm gonna hit him up right now so I don't forget. I'm gonna hit him up right now so I don't forget. Oh my god. That's crazy, dog. That was a crazy one. Timu Dracula.
Man, y'all wildin'.
Emerald Voldemort.
Y'all are wildin', bro.
A Tubi Tarantula. All right, dog. All right, we're not. Let's see. Norse for Black too. All right, let's not just start from.
Nah, y'all niggas is wild.
Damn!
Hold on, it keeps going. The Vulture from Spider-Man. She in Nosferatu. Nosferatu chocolate milk. Hold on, what? Green Goblin looking ass. Yo, that. I don't like her face, dog.
Nigga,
I don't care.
I don't like nothing about her.
I don't like her face.
I don't like her head. I don't like her face. I don't like the fact she ain't got no eyebrows. I don't like the fact that she like everybody knows I like my women petite, but that bitch is starving, bro.
You know what's great? Oh my god, Rob, I'm so glad you said that. With the new James Bond reboot, she might be a 00. You know what I'm saying? They might bring her in, the first black 007, for their thing. Trelly C said DEI Shrek. You got issues, man. She's the hairless cat.
Oh my god.
Y'all gotta stop, bro. Y'all Count Blackie, look. You got
Nah, where Blackie at, man? Where Blackie at?
Bro, we gotta find a way to have Blackie at on. You know what? Matter of fact, let me upload it. I'm gonna upload it to you know what? Hold on, I got it.
Man, we gotta have Blackie at, man.
Let me see.
Motherfucker called her account Blackie. I'm fucking dead. Yeah, I mean, I know all the white people, if they ever go and see this shit, it's gonna be real.
Wait.
That's exactly what y'all gonna say when y'all see her as Jesus.
It's a play. It's a play. This nigga said Lord Barris. She G.I. Jane, the Netflix version for sure. Shamichael Jackson. Yo, y'all gotta stop, bro. Y'all gotta stop. Oh shit. Darth Niggas. All right, dog. Y'all gotta hold on. Where's Blackie at? Where's Blackie at? There he is. Hold on. There he is.
This nigga got Blackie in the background. What the Damn, why we wait the parents leave to bring that bullshit up?
There he is. There's Blackie at. Can't go wrong without a little bit of Blackie at in your life. But yeah. You wanna know what's crazy?
This nigga really got braids and no hairline.
Hold on. Some of y'all might not have seen Blackie at. Let's remove us real quick. That's our boy Blackie at right there. Bro.
Man.
The craziest thing about this is the trifecta of the virtue signal. She's black, she's a woman, and she's gay.
She didn't have no other choice. She didn't have a choice on any of them three options. She ain't had no choice on any of them three options, nigga. The fuck she talking about? The fuck what nigga finna be? What nigga finna be? What straight nigga finna be smacking that upside the head while he hit it? Motherfucking crispy ass goddamn head. Okay, you ain't got no hair, you bald. Okay, cool. But bitch, you ain't got no hair or no eyebrows. Fucking Lord Blackdemort.
Shiny Majin Buu. Hey, yo. This nigga said welfare Wakanda warrior.
Man, listen, bro. Chat going bananas. Chat is going fucking bananas, nigga. I just saw Lord Baltimore.
Lord Baltimore.
Man.
Oh my god. She look at you and go, the moon head ass. Like, God. Holy shit, bro.
Oh
Just
shit.
I'm
Bald
sorry,
and dangerous. Again. Every time she get casted for a movie. Again.
Hey, Lone Revolver. Yeah. No plunger for this one. Hell nah.
I can see she'll probably bounce that ass on a plunger at home. Since she
Is
can't
that
get
the
it
moon
real.
or a black? Hey, yo, D Cello, get the fuck out of here. This nigga said she's the dark side of the moon.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
Yo, get this nigga 8-bit Eric in here, bro.
Oh god. Speaking of that, how much more to another shot? Oh, how much more to another shot?
We got $40 more into another shot.
All right, let's hit a few of these super chats because we missed some. BS Warning said, "Is it Goonin time now?" It was Gooner time when Parris was on here. Apparently, he's one of them.
Hey,
Gooners.
yo, pause. Hey, yo, my nigga. You gooning to another man?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
What I meant was he said they called him the Gooner General, so it was already Gooning time. God, you trying. Shout out to Gender Swap Piccolo is insane. Gender Swap Piccolo.
I think we got to end the show.
Oh, you got some more. Minimal Effort Live with a 5 said, I was screaming at my phone when y'all were talking to Parris. I have serious beef with his buddy Daniel Pena, but kudos to him for coming up. Damn it! You forgot to ask. I've asked him about that already, though. Already asked him about that. That's why I forgot about it.
This nigga hypnotic in the chat and not in the chat, in the fucking group chat going bananas. That nigga said, he said, "Ooh, the stank face from Parris" after a trader said my name.
Hey, they said special bald cannon.
No.
Black Frieza. Y'all gotta stop, man. Y'all gotta stop. What's up, K Prescott? The only other female in the chat.
Nah, cuz.
Looks like Jupiter ascending into Henny shots.
Bro, what's that fucking movie about the fucking like the bald alien thing that was killing everybody? She was all white with the like split down her face. What's that shit called?
Are you talking about when the dude was fucking her?
I think so.
What was it, Splice?
Splice.
Yeah.
That's what that
She looked like the thing from Splice.
Pull it up.
Hold on. I gotta pull that shit up. Hold on. Oh, that's fucking crazy. I know exactly what movie you talking
about. Nigga. I got it.
I already had it. And mine is in dark mode.
All right, bro. That's what the name of the sequel should be. They should cast her and just call it Black Splice.
That's crazy. DEI Splice. Oh, that's crazy. Holy shit. Oh, we got a wild hypnotic in the chat saying, is this where the black kids play? Hold on, bro.
Call this nigga a wild hypnotic, bro. Call that nigga a wild hypnotic. Hey, did you hear the rumors about them possibly releasing a collection, like a definitive edition of all the Pokemon games?
Yeah, I did hear that.
Nigga, when I heard that shit, nigga, I almost got now. I ain't gonna lie. On the Switch? Yellow, red, blue, silver, gold.
You know, if I tell y'all which one I played the most out of, I feel like I'll get roasted.
It's got to be platinum for me. I played the most out of platinum.
I played the most out of Emerald and Ruby.
What's wrong with that?
Because most people are like, oh, so you didn't play Fire Red mostly or Green? No, I played more Emerald.
They were good, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was playing a lot of Emerald.
I was young though.
I was on platinum. The reason why I say platinum is because platinum is when I found out about EV training and shit.
Yeah, I had the Game Boy Advance. You know what I mean? The see-through joint. Playing Emerald.
EV training and breeding changed my whole perspective on Pokemon. I went from like a casual nigga to like, yeah, I ain't finna go and battle niggas online. I get destroyed every time, and then I figured out why I was getting destroyed. Niggas was having EV trained niggas.
Yeah.
EV trained niggas. And then I found out about breeding. I was like, oh, my whole perspective changed, nigga. I was like, oh, nigga, do I want to be a breeder or do I want to be nigga? I want to be both of them, nigga. I want to be both of them, nigga.
They are still roasting her, bro.
What?
She looks like a melanin infused vampire. They're still going. Hey, he said, hold on. He said, showing a man releasing his baby batter is nasty. Why did you call it that? Why did you call it baby batter? Dad, yo, Hypnotic's illegitimate, non-binary chunkla chucker kid said, Dad, shouldn't you be grifting? We need more empanadas. Yo, Hypnotic, you gotta do something about all these fucking kids, man. You got too many kids. They showing up in my streams now. As you can see, they over here in New Black Street. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, you asking for a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm forgetting the names of Pokemon, so I can't even tell you my favorite generation.
It's too many. I can tell you what my favorite Pokemon. My favorite generation was the one where they probably introduced the fairy types. If not that, whichever generation Platinum was in. The one where they started introducing Absol and I don't know, nigga. It's a lot of goddamn Pokemon.
Absol? Who, the rapper?
That concludes today's show, chat.
And hold on, first of all, okay, I'm not claiming nobody. All right, I already know Hypnotic got them all. Okay, they all belong to him. Okay, They all belong to him. We got. I've missed a few super chats. Nissan86 with a 5 saying, "Make Bond a cover name for 00 agents as a tribute to the original character. That way, the actor can change to anyone." Nah. James Bond is a black-haired white dude, and he's British.
That's not bad. That ain't bad. Wouldn't be my favorite, but that ain't bad.
X and Y. When did that come out? Like 2012?
Nah, it had to be like 2016.
Yeah, that's fairly recent.
Yeah. The fairy type was Kalos. That's 6. Yeah, because nigga, I got tired of getting my fucking salad tossed by dragon types, bro. That shit.
Yeah, dragon types are the shit.
Them motherfuckers was cleaning lobbies. And
yo, Master Stereo, chill, bro. Said, "I'm a gooner. My favorite Pokemon are the ones that are sexy."
You sound like John Della Rose. Sound like fucking John Della Rose. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, why y'all still roasting her, bro? The Mr. Clean Goblin? Stop. Stop. Leave her alone. What's that clip from the Prince of Egypt? Stop. Leave that man alone. Oh shit.
Oh my
There's
God.
another super chat from the Rage of D-Head saying, "Favorite James Bond is Thunderball." It's not a bad choice. Now, I gotta give y'all the clip for all the super chats. We've been neglecting y'all for a minute. Hold up.
Work them shoulders, baby. Work them shoulders, pause.
Do I hear little feet?
Oh my gosh, he finna bring his daughter in the room. All right, let's
Why
let's
does it
get
take me off the stream?
so
I just catch you being a good dad.
Yeah, like right. Like nigga, well, you already know what time it is. Where that damn clip at? I can't find it. Oh, there it is.
Nigga, did I just catch you having fun?
All right, chat. So we got to talk about this. I thought this was pretty funny. This is pretty funny. So y'all know, we get a lot of we get a lot of gaming news from Pirate Nation and stuff like that. But you got to be careful because when you're suffering from woke derangement syndrome, it makes you do shit that don't make sense. Okay, it makes you do things that absolutely do not. It makes you say things that don't make sense. So we're gonna go over here to this little screenshot right here. Pirate Nation shares this. As a Fable fan, I'm starting to get worried about the new Fable. What purpose does it serve mentioning this? This says, "We wanted to create a role-playing game like no other. The world would be a breathtakingly beautiful place filled with waterfalls, mountains, dense forests, populated with compelling and convincing characters with real personality, people who actually reacted to what you did. We wanted to give the player control of a hero who would adapt to the way they played, who would age, become scarred in battle, who could get tattoos, wear dreadlocks, and a dress if the player was so inclined." Then it turns out Pirate Nation got community noted. This is an out-of-context paragraph taken from a 2004, updated in 2012, IGN interview discussing the first game in the series. Press F3 on your browser and search for the term dress on the page linked below. It'll be the first mention highlighted. Okay? Did you find this helpful? And then, of course, my boy Legacy Killer says, as an old Fable fan, unknowingly shares an article from 2004, not at all related to the new game, about cross-dressing in Fable. Believes this is some concerning modern change. Was a thing in the original game, something a fan would know. Like, come on. Man, this ain't it, man. Woke derangement syndrome is fucking you niggas' brains up. Okay? You got to be able to vet this stuff before you post it, man. This is not a good look. Ada, your thoughts?
This is like the second time that's happened. Where he just be like, yeah, sometimes I just copy and paste shit. He said that multiple times. He said, I'll just copy and paste it and post it. So it's like sometimes he don't even check. And yeah, he's engagement farming 100%.
Oh, really?
100%, yeah.
You're trying to get that sweet Twitter bucks, huh?
But you know what? I can't blame him. He's a pirate Twitter account for like pirating games. So that's what you do. So I mean,
he turned into a culture warrior and said, "Fuck it, let me get these Twitter bucks."
That's what you do, man. You pirate. You know what I mean? You just do shit.
Twitter bucks is crazy. The most craziest I've heard since Ush bucks.
The fuck is a Ush book? What the fuck is that?
Nigga, you ain't never hear about this shit. Chat.
Hold on. What is a What is a Ush book?
Chat.
I hope y'all are enjoying our boy Blackie in the back.
Chat.
Yeah, look at our boy Blackie. Look at Blackie.
Chat. I'm finna show y'all some shit.
Look at Blackie. What is this? Usher confirms Ush Bucks money is promo for his Vegas recency spills on
Nigga was paying strippers and shit with Usher bucks, bro. He went viral because a bunch of females online started complaining like this nigga paid us with fucking Ush bucks, bro.
Ush Bucks?
Ush bucks!
Ush Bucks? This is... Oh, my Lord.
Chat, look at the fucking Ush buck, bro. Look at the fucking Usher buck.
It says Usher on it. Oh, my God, dog.
Hey,
that's like paying a bitch in Monopoly money.
Worse. Worse, because now they see your face every time they accidentally pull that shit out and try to buy something with it.
Usher,
bro.
crazy.
Usher, you wild for that one.
That's
absolutely
insane.
You ain't got nothing to bring up. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I do. Oh yeah, I do. Oh yeah, I do.
You didn't.
Oh yeah, I do. Because I don't know if y'all forgot. We still gotta talk about the hoe off. You don't know about the hoe off? Because we talked about it before. Remember what homegirl that slept with 1,000 dudes because the other girl slept with 100 dudes?
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. Yeah, they've upped the ante because now Miss Hallway Coochie, who slept with 1,000 dudes, is reportedly pregnant now.
If you went in that girl raw, I think you deserve the death penalty. I ain't gonna lie.
You got fooled. Ain't no way you went in that bitch raw. Trying to make
an explanation.
There ain't no way you gonna be able to tell who the kid is. There's no way.
Oh no, most of them niggas that was tagging was black.
There was a lot of Indians there too. There was
this woman is disgusting. Any man that would lay up with her on a nightly basis is disgusting.
Yeah, she got a man too.
That's what I'm saying. He's fucking disgusting. He's gross. And I think he should be put to rest. Mm-hmm.
You're kissing her on the mouth. Like, think about that. Think about all the dicks that's been in there. All the dudes she's been kissing. That's absolutely wild. But if you thought that was wild, it gets worse. Because not only is she pregnant, apparently, the other bitch is pregnant. Lily Phillips. The one that slept with 100 men.
I think she faking.
That's what I mean. It's the hoe off.
I think she's faking. They might be both faking.
That's what I mean. They're having a legitimate hoe off right now, dog.
Shit is crazy, bro.
What timeline are we living in, bro?
Mm-hmm. But always keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, these are two white women doing this shit. Always keep in mind, okay? These are two whites.
Whites.
So, you know.
Hey, look at.
Hey, white men, I need y'all to come get your women, bro. Come get your women. Come get your women, dog.
Look at this. We got this right here. This is actually Maury, by the way. He goes, I'm sitting this one out. I was like, wait, there's no way that's actually Maury. Nah, that's Maury. Like, that's the Maury. I'm sitting this one out.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
Speaking of Mari, who the fuck is this nigga? Saying Lil Kata abandoned love child for 2. Hey dad, what's for dinner? I'm starving. You see what you just started? Hypnotic. You see what you started? Hold on. Where's the clip? Where's the clip?
Who are these niggas?
I don't know who you are. All right, but you ain't my son. All right, because I always go to war with a helmet on. Okay. So you not my kid. Last time I checked, I only got 2. Honey talking about something. He has my glasses. Honey, get the fuck. Kid have been acting like Virgil this whole time. Yo, who is this? This ain't my child. It's just, look, he even got a profile picture that looked like me. Look at the profile picture. Hell nah. Hell nah. Whoever your mama said, yeah, I slept with her, she lied. She lied. No.
Y'all niggas wilding out here in these streets.
Oh my god, man. This was like crazy. No, oh my god. We got a 5 from Nathan Moon says, here's you some milk money. That's not my kid. Okay, it's not my kid. All right. I don't have a bunch of illegitimate children out there. I'm not Puerto Rican, you know. I'm not just pumping and dumping. Okay, that's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing. Let me check the Rumble. Let me see if we got anything on Rumble. This is our first stream on Rumble, by the way. Oh, we do got one on Rumble. It's from D Cello. He says my screen name is pronounced D Cello. Oh, cello, like a cello. For the $1 over there on Rumble. Our first what do they call it on what do they call that shit? Because it ain't a super chat. What the fuck is it called? I don't know what it's called, but thank you, D Cello. Okay, it's D Cello, not D Cello. I got you. Shout out. And if you haven't followed the Rumble, go follow the Rumble because we're growing that as well. So we can have different avenues. We got to find different people. No Maury. No Maury. Look at this little nigga. Does it got Hennessy in it? Y'all need to be stopped, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. We finna end the show. This nigga, yeah. I ain't
need to be stopped.
I'm
sorry. This nigga look like he ready to go.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm starving, nigga. I ain't got to play.
I am hungry, bro.
I ain't got to play the new Marvel Rivals update yet, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. But I just want to say I want to apologize to everybody on my channel. I have not been uploading content a lot recently, but that's because I've been upgrading the studio, baby. I've been listen, bro. When y'all see this shit, bro, this shit's gonna be crazy, bro. I'm trying to.
He ain't trying to be like Shannon Sharp. This nigga was finna be Shannon Dole for real.
I don't know what that means, chat. I just I don't know what that means. But yeah, though. So yeah, I'm upgrading the studio today. I went and bought a new camera because this Canon 7D wasn't getting it done, so I had to go and get me a Canon R8. You know what I'm saying? I just put up some new display pictures on the wall. Now I got to fill it out with the rest of the sound panels. I got to get those measurements and stuff right. Man, I got to return this audio mixer because this shit is garbage, trash, buns, cheeks.
Y'all should have heard the way this nigga sounded when he came into the stream. Oh
no, they heard it because yesterday I uploaded a video with that shit and then realized the audio was trash. So somebody hit me up in the Discord and was like, "Hey, yo, it's trash. Yo, you know your audio is trash as fuck on that video." I deleted that shit with swiftness. I just recorded it and then, you know what I'm saying, chopped it up and put it out. because I was at work. I ain't had time to play it back, and I didn't even realize it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get that fixed. I'm gonna have to, return this little garbage ass. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna return that to Whole Foods tomorrow. I know you're wondering like why are you returning the audio mixer to Whole Foods. Well, that's what Amazon want me to return it to. It's my fault though. I bought a $50 audio mixer, so I can't really, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. But yeah, though, I even got a extra. I'm trying to have a guest on the show. Like, I'm trying to do the damn thing. Any of y'all seen the picture on Twitter? The shit. I'm trying to make the shit look real official. So I'm decorating and doing all the things. I'm trying. Hey, I want y'all to know, hey, it's real deal over here. We're trying to get real popping over here.
Don't time Christopher Baker out.
I warned you niggas, bro.
Don't time him out, bro. Don't time out.
I warned you niggas, bro. I warned you niggas. I warned you niggas.
Muddy Water Studios is absolutely insane.
I warned you niggas.
Hey, anyway, rest in peace to Chris, bro. That's like, hey, Chris, make sure you show up on Monday for Cosplay Queens.
You're a cheating ass nigga, bro.
So I can beat him again.
Anyway, chat. So anyway, you had anything you wanted to tell them before we get up out of here?
Yeah. I was gonna have I still might have a video out tomorrow. I might just do it all tonight. I'm not gonna be on SNH tomorrow. Gonna be out of town.
Ooh, I might not either.
Might not be no Negro representation. Is Sheep gonna be there? Well, if Sheep's there, then there's gonna be some Negro representation. But yeah, I ain't gonna be there tomorrow, so I might just do the video tonight, upload it in the morning. Be a long night editing. So
that nigga said, "I don't like your hat." That shit.
He said, "Oh, that's fine. I don't like your cowboy hat." Yeah, we had Parris. Make sure that y'all show up on Monday night stream so y'all can see who's gonna be on the stream Friday for next week, because that should also be a bang. We've had some banger shows. Little K, the abandoned love child, says, like the stream, fools. Dad's got to tuck me in. So apparently I got to go put my child to bed. So I need you guys to like the stream. Where we at for likes? We're at 107 likes. Shout out. All
right, that's enough. I gotta go eat, nigga. Y'all niggas see this nigga trying to draw it out and shit like we playing cosplay queens tonight. And,
oh, please. But yeah, stick around for the raid. We are going to we're gonna go to Hypnocast after this. So make sure that y'all hang out and go see that. But other than that, hey, as always, y'all be easy, man. And yeah, we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.
My booty like Godzilla, Godzilla. On my booty like Godzilla, Godzilla. I shake this thing like Godzilla, Godzilla. On them kaiju, twerk, baby, twerk. Harlem kaiju, work it, girl, work.
Alright, B, we got that scrap on you. What up, y'all?
Alright, I'ma fuck with you.
Alright, bro.
Are you accusing me of something? Well, the way I see it, there are three possibilities. 1, you stole it. 2, you stole it. Or 3,